Is there any way he can misconstrue that?
I don't think so.
Put yourself in NG's shoes.
Possibly.
Hey, we're going live.
I was just waiting for him to go. Oh wait, yeah. No.
We could. He says. I mean, we could just record part one. We could just record part one after D&D on Saturday, then record the rest on Sunday. Is what he said. So that plan.
All right.
I don't think there's any way to misconstrue that part.
Are you sure about that?
And then later, and then at 4:45, he said, "How long till D&D?" Just making sure daylight savings time, etc., etc.
Did you answer him?
I did. I said it was going to be at about 2 to 2. I said it was about 2.5 hours, which would have given him 7:15.
We need to. All of us content creators need to compile our phone numbers in like a Google document or something.
That's a good idea.
That is a very good idea.
Yeah. Why don't we do that? Because you have my number, don't you, Ben? Like, I have, or do I have yours?
The problem there is
Ben's number's in
me
tabletop.
and NG are international, so that will cost a bomb.
Well, especially for NG.
Not if you use Skype. That's the whole reason
okay.
I put $10 into Skype for Skype credits just so I could text people like if I need to.
Or you should just get like.
I mean, I think my actual phone coverage does cover America, but I'm not sure about China.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I have you on my phone, Ben.
I also have Ben on my phone.
Yeah, Ben Magnus.
Well, maybe I do have you. Then.
I'm not going to say it out. I was just about ready to say it out loud to confirm it, but I remember we're live right now.
Yeah.
We're live.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Let's do this. Let's do this later. Let's do that.
Let's
later.
do this later.
Yeah, let's do that later.
Yeah, we need to have a red on air light or something that I can switch on whenever you say just so I remember that.
All right, I'm gonna.
I really want to get one of those for outside my door.
so Midgeman doesn't interrupt a lot.
Well, no, I'm at uni. It's just so it's like.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually useful then.
Yeah.
There, just put a sock on your doorknob. It just means the same thing. Don't disturb.
I just imagine that someone walks by and goes, "There's a sock on that door." I know for a fact that Andy's in class right now.
Yeah, well. I found out how to render my videos in 4K now, even though I'm recording them in 1080p, which is great. So I've got 4K videos going out on the channel this week.
Okay,
I'm
live
upscaled 4K then? Because if it was not natively recorded in 4K, it's just upscaled.
Obviously, all it's going to do is increase the number of the pixel count, but it's not going to actually make it any higher def.
I know, but hey.
I mean, that's essentially how the Xbox One X works.
Hey,
Xbox One X is the stupidest console name ever.
if I can say the rest of my Call of Duty series is in 4K, it just extravagant.
Are you sure it's the most ridiculous console name ever? The Wii U. Come on, Ben.
Wii U,
Yeah,
Wii
but
U,
what happens when the 10th incarnation of the Xbox?
Oh,
Xbox,
fucking hell!
Xbox One
shit.
XX.
Wait, what happened, Mitch?
Sorry. I'm being hosted alert came up, and it's rave music with a gif of Hitler dancing with glow sticks. And I've made it my thing that every time it goes off, I join in. But thank you, Bob, for the host.
That's beautiful, Mitch.
That's
Oh, I reworked all of my alerts from like Streamlabs and stuff, and I'm so happy with all of them now. They're all just like really stupid.
I'm pretty happy with my sub alert. It's damn bugs whacked. It's Johnny. I love it.
What is
my
it? It's not
subscriber
war.
alert.
We're going to war.
No,
like that'd be
no.
great.
No,
I like war, we're going to war, but damn bugs whacked us, Johnny, is better because it's from a no-name character that nobody knows.
my actual Twitch
Oh no,
subscribers
it's not the no-name.
alert.
Well, no, it is a no-name character.
It's
but
the
it's the
one
kid.
that falls
It's
in
the
the
one that
hole
wants a
immediately.
kid. It's the one
Yeah.
that wants a kid in the shower scene.
One of the babies.
Yeah, my like Twitch subscriber alert starts playing. Have you guys seen the Rah Rah Rasputin Ultimate Funk Mix thing with Vladimir Putin? Yeah,
Yes.
it's a gif of that with that playing.
Yes, I saw that impromptu accidental
Yeah, you
stream
did.
of you doing
Why
that.
is your stream Soviet themed? It seems.
No, everything's different. Like if
World
someone
War
donates
II.
money, it plays "Thanks for all the fish" from Hitchhikers.
Because you have so you have Hitler rave dancing, you have Rara Rasputin with Putin. Like, what is the next one going to be? Like Eisenhower breakdancing? Like, is this...
Oh, I should make them all world leaders. No, there is if you
Ooh,
donate
you gotta do
over
Churchill.
100 bits, a Theresa May one comes up. And however, if you become a patron while I'm
French
live,
champagne.
it plays we're taking the hobbits to
fight some in
Isengard
the
with a gif of them all
distilleries.
dancing in the Shire.
Fight
But that one I haven't got working yet.
Well, I'm gonna say either NG's busy or he misconstrued what was going on.
Or China just is messing with things.
Has somebody pinged
I
him?
told he at 4:45 he asked me. I told him 2.5
Why has
hours.
nobody
That
pinged
would've
him?
Because he's not online for one, so
Yeah, but if he has it on mobile, it will still come up.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mine doesn't.
You've
I
probably
have
got
my
it set.
mobile.
You've
You
probably
set
got
up
it
push
set
notifications.
Does he have it set up?
I don't know. It's just worth trying. Christ.
Oh man.
If we ever meet each other in person, we're gonna hate each other.
You mean March 18th of this year?
You mean
Well,
you
no,
mean
I'm
May
not.
20th, 18th to 20th? It's May then, if you're talking about ParadoxCon.
I was, and that's a good thing to know.
It's May.
shows up in March.
Sweden in the wrong month.
It'll be the thing that you do. Though.
Well, it looks like I'm
show
gonna
up
be
in
homeless.
I'm
until
here.
then.
Which toy for Dev wants to talk to me?
Did you just do finger guns? Like,
Oh dear. I'm pretty sure
well,
it's
that's
May because
you guys
that's
are gonna
like
meet each other.
I
'cause
finished-
I can't afford it, so
I
won't be
finished
there.
university like 3 days beforehand, so I should be able to go. It just depends what I'm doing at the time.
Depends if you're sober yet.
Isn't it? It's supposed to be Bob, Midge, and Ben. You guys are going, and NG, right?
Yeah, because it's
Or
quite cheap
Mordred.
for me to go. Because literally a flight. It's a flight to Sweden and the hotel.
It's like it's you guys are going. I can't make it because one, I don't have a passport, and that costs like $100, and time.
Muzz is hopefully
and,
coming as well.
I also can't. I also don't know how much a trip to Sweden would cost.
Yeah, that's the bit I'm trying to cost for because the actual convention's gonna cost me what, £30 English, which is not hard. It's the flight to Sweden, which I can probably get for about the same price if I go for a trashy airline from Britain.
Can't you just drive there?
Sweden?
Russia. Yeah.
Okay,
I
take
mean,
the channel.
technically,
Shit, I take
Did you drive into Denmark
I take
and
a
take a
weekend
trolley
trip
or
to.
ferry?
I take a weekend trip to southern Florida every year on Christmas. Okay, from mid Illinois. I
I
think
technically
the distances are
could,
about the
but
same.
I don't drive on that side of the road, and I don't think I legally can drive on the opposite side yet. I think there's a certain age that I have to be. Actually, no, I might be that age
on the
by
wrong
that
side of the
time.
road. I mean, normally
What the
Americans
fuck?
get
Because we
Americans get mocked
drive, we
for being
learn to
imperial,
drive on
but
the other
come
side
on.
of the road. We have to have been driving for a certain amount of years to be able to do that. It's the same
it-
with like I can't
the rest
drive
of it- it's,
a minibus
like
at the moment and things, or I can't be in the passenger seat while someone's learning to drive in a vehicle, in the front passenger
Like
seat.
the
I need
the,
to have driven for 3 years, which will
we,
be
the
Yeah.
British
yeah.
the British drive on the opposite side of the road, but the rest of Europe doesn't, right? Like the rest.
Yeah,
of
oh yeah, no,
yeah.
that's the thing I'm talking about. I'd get across the
Yeah,
channel.
I was just
and
making
then-
sure.
Huh,
Um,
shit,
that really awkward moment in the tunnel.
Just driving down the middle.
I don't think
the most accident-prone area in Europe. That tunnel. It's just people are crashing into each other the whole time.
I'm pretty sure it's not on a
because...
European. I don't think European driver's license have to, but I think it's a British driver's license thing. They just don't trust us.
I'm gonna say we should probably just go ahead and
Yeah.
and do it because either NG doesn't know the time, forgot the time, daylight saving time's fucking with him, or he's dead. So.
Or China's doing something with their internet.
or he's been detained as a dissident of China.
Yep.
That is another thing that could happen.
That's a very possible.
And it'd be our fault completely.
Well, aren't they cracking down on VPNs over there?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Shit! NG's here. It's a Chinese plant. He's not real. They heard us talking.
Chinese plant.
Finally, I've got that working. That was not a real pledge, if anyone was wondering. That was.
You'll forget the time, NG, or just that you weren't just in.
I apologize. I ended up being late. I had to go do something.
All right.
Get out of a Chinese jail.
What I done to stop it.
Yeah, I had to get out of Chinese jail.
So.
Yeah, I moved out of China.
See, my theory was that your Sesame score wasn't high enough, and they revoked your own internet privileges.
All right, so we've used up a lot of.
I forgot to put up the flag.
Yeah, we've taken a bit of time. We're a little over now. So, who wants to do the recap of last week's session?
I don't know what happened.
You just stayed on the ship.
I did it last time, so I'll let someone else.
I'll do it because I woke up last time, so I only know what happened last time.
Yeah.
Okay, so as Max remembers it, he woke up from the from cryosleep to be informed that androids had taken over the ship, and
Yes, I had.
he wanted none of that. So he went about his day, made himself a bedroom.
He did nothing about it.
It just avoidance is the best for him. Otherwise, maybe bad things would happen, and he'd have to run away again. And the mission continued as previously entailed. We landed on the planet. I don't know the name of the planet. I don't care about the name of the planet. That's just Max's sort of thing.
Technically doesn't have a name.
Well, even better then.
It's a standard designation.
Okay.
It is Drickle 12.
Drycle.
Dreidel. And
dreidel,
we came across a building with a black door of pure slate that was locked by power crystals, and Max heroically instantly solved the puzzle of how to open the door.
Used all that Stargate fan knowledge.
Yeah. Well,
I've seen this
well, no. My character is is technically like the background of a spacefarer, so he's just come across it before. And then he progressed inside, and there was a door locked by draconic runes, and he just instantly opened that door. And then he used some certain expertise that he had to assess all the valuables that were found, and handpick himself quite a few nice valuables, and then walk out.
Stole them. Yeah.
Walk out safe and sound with them, and completely ignoring the Draugr that was like kind of dehydrated. Is that the easiest way to explain it? It was a dehydrated Draugr that got
kind of dead.
No,
he got cut in half. So.
Yeah, he got cut in half by the door when we closed it. We also took the power crystals with us, and then we proceeded back to the ship, where we managed to ambush another team of Draugr. Max heroically killed two of the four there. MVP and all that.
Too.
And then
This is starting to sound a lot like a Coswin recap. Heroically.
and then Royce finally opened the door, and now we're all getting back on the ship.
I thought combat still wasn't over.
No, I shot the last guy in the face. I jumped on the rock and put my pistol to his head and blew him away.
Oh yeah, and you blew his face off.
Yeah.
And a lot of other stuff.
I rolled only 2s.
And I'm actually
the
keeping a
entire
tally of
session.
which gun kills who. How many
So you
people?
can keep
And I switched to a different color set of dye today to hopefully.
Do you know what?
the other ones
I'm gonna
Are
go
those
get...
the pearlescent ones with the gold text on them?
Yes, they are.
I'm gonna go get
I've got a
some
set of
dye.
those too, Ben. See, I've got a set of those. We're dice buddies. Or we just
buds.
Or we just
Dice
bought the
pals.
same bag of
Not the
dice.
exact same pound of dye.
I'm gonna go with this pink set today. Don't know if you can see them.
Nice. My favorite, I've got speckled. I've got like a speckled one that's also got red lettering on it that I really like. These are my dice. I've got a set of those. Okay. Midge, you did a decent recap. By the way, Midge, when you're not doing anything, please fill out your inventory.
Already done it.
Or did you?
Yep.
Because I just checked it literally 5 minutes ago.
Well, it's filled. I can show you on my screen if you want. I'll take a screenshot.
Well, no, also other things. Your whole inventory, like your clothes. I need to know what you have for things that might happen.
Okay, yeah. So.
Thank you. Keeping a separate inventory like Midge's is a good idea because that way if we have to switch character sheets, but still need to know what you guys have.
Where's the place to put XP in? That's something I couldn't find.
It's on the
that-
left.
Oh, I found
that
it.
is on
Yeah,
the-
it's below health and armor.
Yes, I'd recommend all you guys keep track of that as well. You should be pretty close. Some of you guys that have been here the whole time should be pretty close to leveling up.
Should
What's
level
the
up
next
this after
level
this session.
cap?
1300.
1300, yeah.
Okay, I'm halfway there. How much did I get for that recap?
You'll know at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I give 1 tally.
yeah, I do a tally system as well. I think I'm the one that told you that's what I did. But
Oh. Sorry.
okay. But at the end of that, you have finished off the combat, and you currently have 3 Duragar dead on the ground, and a dead. I think somebody did an intelligence check or an identify on this. I think it's Drow. You guys have 4 dead individuals, 3 Duragar, 1 Drow, kind of just sitting on the outside of the ship. Before we left last time, we didn't have time for this. Did any of you want to search bodies, anything like that, before you got boarded?
Of
At
course.
least I'm like gonna look for ammo and stuff as well, just because that makes sense.
No. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, I'll help. I'll help.
I'm like,
I want to say art locks.
Looking at my hands.
I'll help
It's
Mitch's
on the
character.
it's on the screen.
I know, but I want to say art locks. I'm going to help Max sort through the bodies.
Is your avatar flicking me off?
Who?
You.
No.
It looks like he's wearing a glove going like this.
That's a knife. That's a shoulder pad in a knife on the right.
Oh,
if
okay.
you mean.
It's just really small.
It
It
looks
just
like
looks like he's wearing leather gloves
Yeah.
and like.
Fantastic.
I'm
No.
flipping you off. Yeah, I see what you mean,
fuck
man.
you.
All right. For anybody that is checking the bodies, give me a. Oh God, I need to figure out what the fuck these. I need to keep remembering the skill
Perception,
tree.
isn't it? For this one.
'Cause
Yeah, there's no
investigation.
There's no investigating anymore. So yes, perception check would work.
Oh, good. I'm just sort of
Okay.
kicking bodies.
I'm sitting
Oh,
behind
boy.
that rock, like rocking back and forth, looking at
Oh,
my hands,
boy.
going. They said they'd work.
That work. Oh my God. Okay. Well, you go through, and the Duragar have basically the same thing that you encountered on the ship. They've got a grand total of about 20 shells for a scattergun between all of them. They've got, damn it, NG's. I think NG's been gone longer than he's been here this time. He just keeps dropping in and out. Are you all right, NG?
I told you, it's a Sesame score.
Are you sure? Because you've been dropping in and out for the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. I say whenever I'm in this chat, for some reason, my finger always drops in and out, pissing me off.
I mean, we could move to my Discord if that would help, and see if that helps.
It might be hosted on a different server.
Yeah, since I'm in the central.
Maybe host it on my server.
I'm not on your server.
On my one.
I am.
Well, he can just give you a link.
Yeah, give me a link.
I do something with my
Wait, you
Patreons
made
every
his
week,
too?
and I never have any trouble.
Yes.
How many YouTubers? How's his Discord paying you?
No, I've applied though. I've applied to be a Discord partner.
Hey, me too.
Yeah, give me the link for your
partner.
Give us the link for your
yeah.
server, NG, and we will go over there, and maybe that will help.
I'll just hop.
That would be much better.
Yeah, because
Give us the link to it, and we'll
I'm not on your.
drop it on tabletop chat, and we'll join.
Damn it, Ben's dancing up there alone. I'm so jealous.
I was in the wrong room. Oh no! What?
Just to make sure no one else joins. Now let's test. Let's see if I drop out of this one.
That'd be hilarious if you do.
That would be
I've never
It's
had
not
any
the
trouble in this
Discord,
one.
it's us.
All right, so
You will drop out.
you guys search through the Duragar corpses. It's basically the same thing that was on the ship's Duragar. Between them, they've got about 20 shells of scattergun ammunition. They've each got their own set of Duragar armor, though they seem to have been a lot more roughed up. Like, even though the combat wasn't that tough compared to what they fought in before, it looks like they've been in kind of fighting, or they've been in action.
It's because the team didn't have me.
They've been in action for a while, and they haven't necessarily had time to fix like minor things. It looks like they've each got a hammer, like an assault hammer, on them. Their scattergun, and a grand total of between them looks like they've got 20 credits between them. Not a lot, just in a couple of cred sticks. Hey, NG dropped out again.
Oh God.
Wait, it was good, and then I went to click on roll 20, and it just suddenly went. So I'm gonna keep. I thought maybe.
Wow.
Oh wow. So that's pretty. So he dropped out again. It's pretty standard in that way. But when you check the drow, he's got some things. He's got a couple of things on there. On him, he has a set of pretty intricate armor. It doesn't look like this would actually. It doesn't look like this is like the Duragar. This would definitely fit. Pretty standard humanoid. Seems like it would stretch or kind of adjust. The Duragar is very. It's very kind of set in what it is. So it's got an intricate set of armor on it. You need to identify it to figure out what it is specifically. Do you want to try and identify it?
No, I don't have any spells.
What kind of identification would we have to do?
You'd have to do. Let's see here.
I'm pretty sure I'm. Well, I mean, wait. Why don't we take the booty, get it in the ship, GTFO, and then I can identify
engineering.
I'll check engineering.
Well, that's.
Can I do a profession check as well?
No, this wouldn't really work for that.
Okay.
If you do the engineering check, and that's good enough. What this is, he was wearing a set of Lishunta ringwear.
Ooh.
So it's a more advanced kind of armor than your standard second skin that you're wearing. Still pretty basic, but it offers protection. So that it's specifically in game terms when you're marking it down. That's Lishunta ringwear 1, first level. He was also. Lasanta is Lashunta. So Lasanta Ringwear 1. He was carrying a standard azimuth laser rifle. Pretty basic, you guys have seen it. With 4 batteries total, including the one in the gun.
What was that? Sorry, I was still writing down previous things.
That's an azimuth laser rifle and 4 batteries. Standard batteries. He had on him 2 shock grenades, Mark 1s. And he also had a standard tack leash on him, kind of in like a kind of like a whip, kind of on his belt, and a data pad.
Okay. I pick up the data pad and I throw it to Squeak.
I take it. Can I investigate it or computer check it?
Sure.
How about we grab everything and
How about we
get on the
everything,
get on the
get
ship?
into the goddamn ship at GTFO, then start dicking around?
Yep, let's do that.
Yep. I'll run up onto the ship and then stick around with it.
Oh, it was a tack leash, wasn't it? Tack leash.
Okay. Doesn't you all kind of go into the ship, cycle through the airlock and everything. While you're doing this, Squeak, you're checking the data pad. Data pad's not encrypted or locked. It's just kind of think of it like the equivalent of like a note, like an actual physical notepad. It's just kind of there for like messages, things like that, standard stuff. Pretty basic. But it does have one message on it, like in a folder marked recent messages.
Just a question about last time. Did we get any HP or SP back or resolve?
I mean, you weren't in combat.
Yeah, you weren't in combat, so you've just been resting this whole time. So you should be back up to full SP. You haven't had any time to. Well, actually, yeah. When you it took you a couple of days to get to the planet from the original fight. So how many HP are you down?
6.
6. You healed 3 HP.
Okay.
You're at 3 HP down, but you're at full SP. More if well, no, it wouldn't have been more because they didn't say that then. You heal 1 per day of rest that you get.
Okay.
Double that if you have like medical care on top of that. Okay, but yeah, you check. Like I said, Squeak, you check. There's 1 message on the data pad.
Okay, what is it?
It seems to be a text message. There's no video or anything on that. It's just textual. But it reads, Feltrin, you take half the crew to the surface, while I take the rest to the edge of the system and wait for our prey. Try and find a way inside the vaults. Not only do we need the artifact, but we also need to get Mildred's body out of there. Then it ends.
Oh.
I assume Mildred's the person that we desecrated.
Maybe.
I pass around the datapad to all parties concerned. Say this was a pre-planned operation. They probably didn't expect us to ever get this far.
What kind of guns does the ship have?
You can check. The type and class is available on everybody's journal section, so you do have a readout of it. And you go to the Starship tab, and that...
Consider we're basically in a freighter. Maybe combat is not the best idea for us.
Somebody switched around some things. You're on a light freighter, nothing else. Don't mess around with the thing, though, guys. There's some drop-down menus that have been fucked around with here.
On me.
Freighter's good. I gotta double check this to make sure you guys are. I've got to refill out some of this.
What do you mean? We have light lasers and micro missiles.
Yeah, no, that stuff's fine. I'm talking about like your total hit
was-
points and your damage.
I think
I
the
was talking
prefix
to,
light and micro means that they're not very good.
No, it's just harder to hit to see when it hits you.
If anybody wanted to make a check to see how good the armaments on this thing are,
I can do an engineering check.
yeah, engineering would be good. That would work. The weapons that are currently outfitted on here are pretty average for a light freighter. The micro missile battery is kind of like a space shotgun. It fires out and on the forward arc of the ship, and anything in that arc is hit or has the chance of being hit. The light lasers are kind of just like standoff, like they're short range weapons, but they do some damage. They're nothing fancy. It's basically just to defend the ship.
It's meant to repel boarding craft, not really pirates and shit.
Essentially, it's not meant to directly take on a lot of combat, but it can if it need be. These ships are somewhat.
So we have a scattergun in space and some lasers.
Essentially, if you want to check out specifically, you can go to the Starship section and look at the weapons. They're all listed there. But yeah, that's what you currently have on this ship.
I relay this to the rest of the crew. We ain't getting into any major. We aren't getting into any major firefights in this thing, or should. It's mostly defensive, probably against pirates and the like. Although they weren't very effective against the Duragar ship, apparently.
About that.
By the way, you guys made checks the whole way back, or the whole way to here. You guys didn't see another ship in the system, but your sensors are not the best. But you never saw a Duragar ship.
No, they boarded our ship.
No.
So
Yeah, they got on our ship somehow.
Well,
they didn't just float in through the airlock.
So we got the thing we came to look for, right?
Indeed, we do.
Yes.
And why don't we just get on the ship and
We're on the ship.
drift to wherever we have to go, wherever that guy is.
Pilot
That would give me
pilot
time to
face.
identify all of our items.
I don't think we need to worry
We can
about
worry about
finding
that
this
as we
ship.
travel.
Yeah.
That's what I.
Where is it
that's
we're meant to be
literally what I
going?
just said. As we're going, I can do that.
Yeah, because it takes a long time to go places in drift space, even
Especially with Drift 1.
Drift 1's basic. That's actually standard.
Yeah.
I don't think there is anything better than Drift 1.
Where are we going?
Caraway
It should-
Station in the Aussie system.
Okay.
Acai, like a
Okay,
Long
so-
Island, yeah.
Acai berry.
I'm gonna make sure that before we get there, I've hidden all the other artifacts.
How are you hiding them?
We all know you have them.
Yeah,
No,
everybody knows. Are you
Not
hiding them from
you
others?
guys, from anyone that may board the ship, sort of thing?
To search it. Like customs.
Mhm.
Damn customs.
I'm used to this shit. I know how to hide stuff.
Okay. Well,
Damn
the ship does not have any hidden compartments or anything on it.
Make
So
one.
it's.
Can he like take the bolts off of like a floor panel or something and like jam them down there and then put it back
It's
on?
not like the Serenities. It's not like Serenity or anything. There's not a lot of like empty space on this ship. It's like this ship's like think of like it's as big as it needs to be to fit what it needs to fit in it.
I'm
So
gonna
when you pop open pop open a bolt behind there is like wires and components to run the ship.
I'm
so
gonna
there's not a lot of spare
hollow out
space.
the inside of one of the cryotubes.
So you're gonna put
He's gonna make like like a teenager that's going out for night where they use pillows under the blankets to make it look like a human, like that in the cryotube out of our stuff with blankets and a pillow.
Okay. You can do that. It's not the best. Like, if anybody really looked at it, they'd figure it out. Especially since the cryotube's not on.
No, I want is there a way that I can like put things under the mattress bit of it?
Wait,
there's no mattress. It's just a platform where you lay down. Like it's like a rubberized kind of.
Squeak, bring me a laser
shell.
cutter.
We have containers that lock.
If you hadn't
opens up
noticed,
arm,
I'm
pulls
a
out laser
knight.
cutter, hands it to you.
Wait, before you start disassembling the ship, they're in the armory. There's like cabinets and shit that lock.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, let me into the armory.
Puts laser cutter
The door's
back
not
into
locked. The
arm,
door to the armory
shuts.
isn't locked.
Yes, it was.
No, but everything else is
Containers
locked.
are
and
locked.
only one person knows the codes for the containers.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
So
Open
you
it.
unlock them, you put the stuff in, and then you lock it again.
I don't know if I want to like Max or not. Fuck, I wish I was here last week. Oh well.
Listen,
Hey,
you just made us way
I
more
have
money
no
than
prob-
we would have.
Yeah, I have no problem with you, and you guys need me to sell this stuff, so.
Wait. Who said we're selling anything?
Me.
I like Max.
Like, I didn't pick up an assorted bunch of ancient coins to not sell them, you know?
I
Either
don't
way,
care about
we
the coin. I don't give a shit about the coins. I care about the magical items.
Oh, yeah, but I've got
We'll
things that we
figure-
need to sell as well that will get us credits, and therefore we can buy stuff, you know?
if they are useful, then we keep them. If they are not, then we sell them.
How about we get the fuck out of here and I identify them tomorrow?
I assume NG has gone up to the pilot's chamber, the pilot seat, to actually start piloting us out of the system.
Well, who is the pilot? Who is
Engine.
gonna be
I'm the pilot.
Okay,
He's
you're the
actually
pilot.
pilot.
NG, what is your piloting bonus for reference?
I'm gonna have to go into roll 20 then.
Okay, hold on a sec. Hold on a
If I
second.
disappear because I've
Praise.
gone into it.
You're
Mine's
Glyph,
5,
right?
just saying.
No, you're this one. What is your piloting bonus?
It's pretty good if I remember.
It's
correctly.
staying stable. I'm jumping in. It still seems to be stable.
5.
A
Oh, same
massive
as me
drop as I
then.
clicked on. Yeah, you can't get it very high because of your level to begin with.
Well, it depends on what classes you are as well, though.
Okay, so your AC is 18, and your.
Well, it's fine.
It's just a shame that when you're assigning things, you can't just assign
Oh,
lots
no,
to
it's
one
the-
thing.
It's
Yeah,
I could have
right.
made
But
my.
that's
I could have made my
kinda
pilot
nice, though.
amazing.
Okay, so your AC and your TL are 14. Okay, good. That's correct. And then you also get a +1. Sorry, I'm
I start
refilling out the
flying, we all die.
refilling out the sheet because apparently some things got changed during the last update, and yeah, okay, and a +0 to compute. Yeah, if you want to start taking the ship up, you can. It doesn't require a piloting check or anything. It just takes time to do so.
Okay.
You know, actually make a piloting check, NG. Actually,
Piloting check. Okay.
okay. You know that you're gonna have to
I
get
die.
a pretty significant amount of distance from this gas giant's moon system to do a drift jump out of the system. Normally you can do it at anywhere, but a large amount of gravitational fields that are interacting with each other and the magnetic fields of all of this is really playing hell with these ship systems. So it would be a very dangerous jump if you did a drift jump while here. You'd have to get into orbit, then get out of the area, kind of like maybe a half an AU or something away.
Okay, I'm gonna take my seat in the self-styled captain's chair, and I'm gonna pull out my little computer, and I'm just gonna go, Captain's note. At Caraway Station, look for upgrade to computer system so it can sense the outside environment is the same number of atmosphere as the inside. End note.
Put that in the airlock. So yeah, you begin. Are you guys? So what are you guys doing? You're just you're starting your
That's what
journey
I'm about to
We're
upward.
ask.
starting we're gonna start our exit. I need to rest before I can start identifying any of this stuff because I am out of spell slots.
Okay.
Didn't I already identify most of these? Didn't we already identify most of these?
You just know what they are. You don't know what magical effects they potentially have.
I cast detect magic, so I knew which objects were magical, but we don't know what their properties actually are.
Yeah, so like it would be the equivalent of like when I picked up that staff for Coswin. I knew it was magical, but I didn't know it gave me extra points to my spell DC or something like that. Mechanically. All right. Well, you begin switching over everything to start flying. It'll take you an hour to get to orbit from where you're currently at. So you start the ship up, and it starts gaining altitude, and you begin leaving.
Beep, beep, boop, 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 beep.
You begin leaving this moon. So you have about an hour to kind of rest, recuperate. Anybody that has anybody that lost SP or something during the fight last week, you can spend a short rest and one resolve point to regain your SP.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
If you wish.
Yeah, I lost all of my
All your sp.
How do we get resolve back?
It's during a long rest.
Oh,
So
okay. So,
you'd have to go to sleep.
but
then
after 3 days, I'd probably get one back.
Yeah, you have your resolve back. It may not be the official thing. I think it's tied to like a roll or something like that. But I think it's fairer to get your resolve back at least on a lower level every time you do a long rest, because that makes sense. So, but you guys, that's only Royce gets that back because you guys are not going to get a long rest out of this. But it's just he's talking about between the first session and the last session because he wasn't here to do that.
I mean,
stuff.
I hadn't lost anything.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't get hit. You fucking
No, I got
at
hit
all.
once and then insta healed by the envoy,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh," and then no one shot me again.
Who's not here, by the way. So as you enter orbit of the moon, you begin. You notice you can't jump. The gas giant's moon system is just too much interference from everything. So you're moving into a higher orbit, which would be a satellite orbit of the gas giant itself. So you're getting into like way up there, like a polar thing from the moon that you're currently at, which would take about let's see here. That would take about 7 hours to go to get there under current speed.
Can we all get a long rest in then?
Well,
you said it was an hour to get out of the planet's like atmosphere, and then 7 hours to get to.
You'd have to choose. You'd have to choose who would do that because there needs to be somebody on the one
Everybody
pilot
but
of the
Perry.
ship. Are you sure nobody else is going to be on the bridge except for Perry?
I mean, I can pilot as well. I have the same piloting.
Yeah, but no.
I need the rest. I
The
have
way
3
he
HP.
phrased that makes me nervous. I'm not taking a long rest. I'm staying.
I need the rest. I have 3 HP, so I'm going to go
Okay,
and take a
so
long rest. And
So Skreek. Okay, Matt. Skreek will go take a rest. At the end of this, you'll get 1 HP back and your resolve.
could I use my medical kit to try and heal?
The way that would work is It's somebody else has to have a medical check on you, and while you're resting, you gain 2 back. But it has to be
I'd
somebody
be
else.
more than
I can help.
happy to give you a hand
Midge,
there.
Midge, please help me.
No.
No.
I'm doing this. Lay down, ma'am.
I got a 20.
Okay, thank you, Midge.
Okay, all right. You can you essentially do some.
I did okay.
Actually, no, you didn't do bad.
Yeah, you didn't do bad. You go. You give Skreek a once over. You figure out what's going on, and you kind of bandage his wounds, get him into a comfortable position, and have him rest. But he should feel a bit better than just normal resting. So what that means is at the end of the long rest, Skreek, you'll get 2 HP back instead of 1.
Okay.
But you begin moving, and it's been about NG. It's been about 4.5 hours. It's just pretty monotonous.
When we're flying,
Yeah.
am I always constantly going to be? Is this like something where I have to always be at the wheel, or is it just mostly auto? And I'm just kind of just sat there.
It's like a
Can I leave it
747.
and go rest?
It's like a 747 pilot. The majority of the time you have to stay in the chair in case anything happens, but you're not doing anything. Like
Oh, okay.
like you've programmed in a course for it, and it's going that. But like, what happens if something bad happens? So you have to.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once I was
I'm
piloting
not-
a
I'm
ship
not
and I went to the
particularly focused on
bathroom
it.
and the ship hit an asteroid.
That's a space engineer's reference.
Is number 12 in the room still with me? Or did you go over rest?
No, yeah, I'm still up there.
Okay, so it's only me and you in there.
Yeah.
All right.
Royce
I'm going
is,
to talk number 12
what are you
for a second.
Just so before you guys get into that, what is everyone else doing? Royce and Max.
I am in in the room that I hijacked,
Right.
looking over all the objects.
Well, Skreek is in there too, because
Yep, because I turned this also into the impromptu medical room on the other half.
No, I thought that
Isn't
was
there-
that was in the big barracks. I thought.
Oh, that was in the big barracks.
Oh, then it's
Yeah.
Snow's character's in there
Yeah.
with you then.
Which I'm fine
Griff's
with.
there.
It's the only one that.
And what are you doing, Royce?
I'm sitting on the bridge.
Okay, so you're there too. So it's 12, D9 and Royce are on the bridge. Okay, go ahead, NG. Sorry, just want to check that.
I'm just going to swivel around in my chair and just be like, number 12, what is our long-term plan here? What is our goal?
Our short-term goal is to get to Caraway Station and complete our mission here.
But it's not our mission.
No,
we could
it
just
isn't, but-
leave.
Yes, we could. It seems like a very
We have a
valuable
ship.
object indeed. We do have a ship, and we do have a crew, a fine crew. Organics, but a fine crew.
I think we should just finish this off, get the money.
Now, there was a promise. reward.
Afterwards, we're going to split our separate ways then? Is that...
Well, splits is
Just do it
strong
for the
term
money?
There. As we all know, it's captain and first officer get the largest share, and then it's evenly distributed amongst the rest of the crew.
No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're all hired as
I'm going to turn to you, Royce, and
are
go.
all equal.
I'm going to turn to you, Royce, and just go. That's mighty high talk for my first officer.
We're all equal.
I just imagine me and Snow's characters just going through all the loot that we got in a closed room, just laughing.
To be honest,
So
you are talking to a robot that's called Number 12. I'm not sure he sees everything as equal. He's the 12th one.
So what you're saying, Midge, is you and Snowfox are the counting room guys in the casino. Just like, we're making all the
The
money.
counting room guys at the casino weren't regularly checked in before and after they leave the counting room.
Who
No,
says the
Yeah.
it's that scene in like in those sort of like a heist-ish movie, and then the guy opens the door. He's like wearing a crown and loads of jewels and just. Well,
Okay, so, as I see it, we have 2 options here. We can complete this mission and get our just reward, or we can take our haul and be on our way.
I believe
Wait to where?
It's up to us now, isn't it?
Well, I think we should finish this mission, so we can get the funds to fund our further expeditions.
We could use upgrades to the ship. This is a pretty weak freighter.
Yes. Also, I'm guessing fuel is a thing we have to think about in some respect.
God.
Like fuel in this world is helium-3, helium-3, or it's usually just scooped out from the upper atmospheres of gas giants.
We could just suck it out of a gas giant.
Yeah, fuel doesn't really matter. Like it's
a ram scoop.
It's pretty standard on basically all ships.
Okay.
So it's
and if it's
really dangerous.
Yeah, kind of, but easier. Like even trace gases can be scooped up during normal transits, and you don't necessarily use fuel during drift space travel, or at least not much of it. It's assumed that essentially the ship has enough fuel to go where it needs to go, and fuel's so common, it's
Okay, so we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's not track. This isn't a sci-fi. This isn't a hard sci-fi game. It's science fantasy. So
Yeah.
It is an aces and eights in space.
yeah.
Space is an eight.
Jesus.
Space is an eight.
Space is an eight.
Space is an eight.
Trademark that. Kenzer and Company. Fuck you. We're taking that one.
Space is an eight.
Yeah,
When
no
you said
fuel.
space is at 8, someone cued the no sound effect. No.
No, it should be spaces and freight. Spaces
Spaces and freights. We're just a bunch of space truckers.
Roach.
Freights and
You are
hose.
experienced truckers.
Yeah, we are.
See, you don't,
Well,
it's not
for one-
boats
for
and
one more
hose.
day
It's
we are.
freight and hose.
Mm.
Freights and hose.
But yeah, don't have to worry about fuel.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of like lean in a little bit and go. There's a third option. We can make our way to Caraway Station, and do a little intel gathering. See what this mysterious benefactor's all about. Might be unscrupulous. Someone we don't want to deal with. Maybe there's a
Someone we
bounty on
do
his head.
want to deal with.
I'm gonna lean back in the chair at this point. You're into the unscrupulous characters, are you? Interesting.
Well, I'm not necessarily
Damn it, Midge.
into them, but you can't paint things as black and white sometimes.
However, it does seem like a wise
Exactly,
course
the
of
Dwarf are
action to
pretty gray.
investigate.
What'd you say?
Said I do feel like it is a wise course of action to investigate this mysterious benefactor.
Exactly. I chose a wise first officer. We don't know anything about this talisman. It could have dangerous properties. It's yet to be identified. I am too tired from my travels to do so right now. We don't know how powerful it is. We don't know who this gentleman is. It might be dangerous to hand it over. Might not be worth the promised reward. It may
Or it
belong
could be
in a
worth
museum.
more.
Well, that's my point exactly.
I think it's a good idea to go to Caraway Station and
Also, he might not be too thrilled with someone else returning his property.
this is true. Well, as long as we can.
Plan A.
Well, let's set
Simple as
course.
this. Just Plan A. We drift to the Acai system, head to Caraway Station, and we. That's gonna be a character thing, mispronouncing all system names. FYI.
Okay, as long as it's a character thing and you're not just doing it to fuck with me.
No.
Well,
Or
that's why it's a character thing.
yeah.
It's a character thing to fuck with
As
you.
long as he justifies it, I'm okay.
And
We head
yeah, I
to
can't find my.
Head to Caraway Station. It's a delicious seed, by the way, absolutely delicious. And sorry. And we do a little investigation of our own. See where we sit.
I concur. If you'd like to go rest, I will gladly take the watch.
I cede the bridge to you, first officer. Take
Go
the chair,
sit.
number one.
All right. As 12 gets up to leave and the doors are about ready to close, you hear a ping on the sensor panel.
What's that?
Where's the center panel? Since we only have
just
2 people in the.
it's just to the side of where it's like the station next to where NG's character's at, where
Okay.
P6 is at.
It's just to the side next to me.
Can you want to take a look at that P6?
Yeah, fine. I'll have a look at it.
Okay. You take a look, and it seems to be a ship. You at this point, like your orbit, like you basically burned polar from the moon, and you're kind of going around to the like a polar orbit of the gas giant. From where you're at, you can see the shadow of the other side of the system, and it seems that that's where this ship has been. It's too far away for you to get basically anything on it. But it is a ship. It is registering as a non-natural entity, but it's moving under its own power, so it's not a satellite.
Is it in our path to
Space whale.
get out of this area so we can do our drift jump?
Well, I mean, space.
Well, yeah, but I mean, in meaning that if we try to go around it, we'd end up in combat or end up getting close to it, or is it like in not a direction we have to go in whatsoever?
It seems they're moving towards you.
Okay.
So it would be hard.
Okay.
It would be hard to get away from them.
Did number 12 leave already?
I'm still on the bridge.
Turn back after he heard that.
Well, yeah, there was a beep, and I'm a little skittish. I was. I hit my microphone.
As he knocks his microphone across the room.
But yeah, you take a look at it. It seems to be moving under its own power. It's moving. It looked like it's the computer's registering is that it was going towards Drykel C12, which was the designation of the moon that you were on, the third planet, 12th moon of the third planet of the Drykel system. But it seems to be in the process of a course correction right now. Like it's burning in a way that its current path would intersect with yours in about 4 hours.
Roach, very important question.
Yes.
Can androids have babies?
No.
No.
Wait. We can build them though, right?
We can.
Yeah.
So
new androids can be
each
built,
other.
but actually, android reproduction in the rulebook is described as basically a
Simulation.
voluntary No, it's a voluntary suicide. A consciousness, an android consciousness, the soul of an android, voluntarily releases the control of the body and goes to the afterlife, and a new one occupies the body, and that's how reproduction works. But it's as well as building new chassis. We'll do the same thing.
If I met a girl android, can we have sex?
I guess I
don't see
Yeah.
why not.
You just can't make babies.
Have you guys seen
Well,
AI?
I mean, do androids even care? Like, do they even like feel sex? Are they just like, I don't care?
I mean, they're
Oh,
Yeah.
I care.
I think there's semi. I guess.
Jude Law's
okay.
character, AI.
They used to be. Androids used to be servants to humanity, so I'm assuming yes, you do have the equipment
If I
because
have a soul, I have a penis.
Service to humanity,
because
definitely sex bots.
they would never not have it in a world
They would
in which
never
they
have
were
a
servants
sex
of humanity.
android.
there would
that-
always happen.
Yeah.
That was always the first thing that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My
Your previous name is
My
Sophia.
great grandfather was a sex robot.
But yeah, it's currently burning towards your course, so it'll intercept you a little bit before you get to the point where you can jump.
So wait, we're gonna be able to jump before they get to us or after?
After, like I said, they'll intercept you a little bit before the jump area.
How little?
Probably about 45 minutes, half hour.
Oh, that's a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, you have to do a jump. To do a jump, you have to not be moving, so all of your systems are shut off. And let's see here.
All
life,
systems?
including life support.
You basically go into station keeping, and you're just staying there. You're basically on your orbit. It's essentially you're not applying force to the ship, is what I mean.
Oh, so there's constant motion, but no relative motion.
Yeah, no relative motion, and you have to base it. I think it's it lists it somewhere in here, but I'm pretty sure it has to be like 1 minute. So essentially, you have to be stationary for 1 minute. You have to turn off all of your conventional thrusters for 1 minute.
Takes a minute to spool up.
Oh, okay. So so when you say turn off all systems, you just mean the engines, not like everything.
Life support.
Yeah, not everything. No, just conventional
Everybody hold their
thrusters.
breath.
That'd be horribly deadly.
Yeah, that'd be horrible. Turn off life support.
Okay, everyone hold their breath.
We have to jump.
Well, I was also thinking like shields and weapons.
No, those can stay on. Essentially, the ship
Okay.
stays on, except for the conventional drives get switched off, and the power gets shunted to the drift engines.
Yeah, I'd assume there's 2 sets of engines on the ship. One's drift powered, and then the other one's.
The drift just opens a portal, and then when you're in drift space, the engines come back on, and you use your conventional engines to travel. It's just you go to a different plane of existence for.
Oh, okay. So it's basically warp travel.
It's dimension door.
It could basically, yeah. The whole I don't know if you guys read it. Essentially, drift is just the drift space is just another plane of existence. But it's a plane of existence unlike all the other planes in that it can only be reached through technological means instead of magical means.
It reminds me
Okay,
of.
so we're not wandering
faster than
through
light
random
travel
people's
from
homes.
40K.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's like warp travel. Yeah,
Yeah.
essentially. Except, well, actually, okay. I'm not
Except
gonna say
without
that
the demons.
I'm
It's
not
still
gonna say that
fuckery
part.
because of demons.
So, you're looking at this. You're looking at the sensor blip for it's a few minutes. Like it's finished its burn and now it's firmly on course.
Is this like? Are we like a U-boat? Like looking at this panel and it's just like bing, bing, like getting closer, or do we have like a good?
You've
sensor
got.
display?
Like think of it like a little less advanced than the Expanse Hollow viewers. Like you have a 3-dimensional it display. You have a 2D display that gives you a basic one, but you can press it and it'll give you a 3D display. Normally, it's not operated like that, so that it's easy, so that it's not cluttering up like view space, and you can look at other things. But yeah, you can pop it out, and it's got a 3D display above the panel, and it's currently moving towards you. It's got its course displayed and its vector. It'll intercept you about 45 minutes before you actually get to an area you can jump from.
What if we just burn prograde for a while? Then we'll overshoot the thing by tens of thousands of miles an hour.
Well, you could do that. Make a piloting. I was gonna say make a reason check, but that's not a thing either anymore.
Make a logic check. How fucked are we?
Physical science?
Make an
Physics?
intelligence. Make it just an intelligence check.
Okay.
But NG, you can do the same as well.
This is my
Intelligence
wheelhouse.
check.
So, God
Yeah,
damn it!
intelligence.
God damn it, Ben.
That's my weak stat.
Okay. P6.
I'm the smart one.
Yeah, P6. You understand that that you could do that, but since there's no way of masking your sensor footprint, they would just do the same.
And it would go right back to the same thing.
It would just be the same thing. You'd just be
Faster.
faster.
Way more
like,
dangerous because we're fast.
and it would also take longer for you to. It
No.
would also potentially
No. That's
not
how
no
it
hold,
would work.
no. Don't let me finish. It would take you. I was gonna say it would take you longer to jump out, but it would actually just make it harder for you to jump out because you're still in an orbit. So you would just be faster through the orbit, and you might go
hear
back
me
into
out.
a magnetic field.
No, we wouldn't. Hear me out. If we burn prograde, what it would do is it would expand the periapsis of the orbit would be further out from the planet, which would give us we would be farther out from the magnetic field of the planet. And you described us as coming up this way in a portal orbit, and then coming.
Hold on, I gotta restart your webcam because you've been black, so I don't know. I don't know the hand
Also
signals you're
open up
obviously
Kerbal
using.
Space Program.
Yeah, open up
You
Kerbal Space
described
Program.
them coming. You described us as going into a polar orbit, and then coming at us from the opposite sides of the planet. Meaning we are on. We are going like prograde. They're going retrograde.
Ben,
So
imagine
they
there's
can't
no delta V limit on this, and you can burn at 1G.
That doesn't make any difference in this.
No, it does, because then if you burn at 1G without a delta V limit for a long time, you can just switch your orbit around and go the opposite way and escape velocity.
Yeah, but if we're burning prograde into our orbit and go, increasing our speed by thousands and tens of thousands of miles per hour, the only way for them to switch their orbit to follow us would be for them to reduce their velocity to 0 and then burn in the other direction. And by that time, we would have shot past them going tens of thousands of miles an hour.
Potentially. Either way, God's going to make a decision on here since it's science fantasy. They're on an intercept course. You might be able to squirrel out of it with some very good piloting checks and stressing the engines, but they would still be on your tail. And by the time
Kerbal Space Program, goddamn
yeah,
it.
by the time you switched off your engines, thus stopping your increase of momentum for potentially 1 minute or longer, depending on how bad the magnetic fields are, or if they're varied and not uniform, you would be possibly intercepted anyways.
Space combat
And it would,
time.
and you would essentially also, while during that time, be sitting ducks, because it's assuming in space combat with ACs and stuff, you're always maneuvering and trying to dog their sensors. If you're not doing that during a jump transition, you'd have an AC of 0, meaning you'd automatically get hit by anything they have.
Yeah.
For mechanical sake. So that's what you've currently got. That's your situation currently. So as you're
Tell me the odds.
I'm assuming you guys are just like, switching, like turning the view around, and you're trying to figure out how to get out of it and everything, and they've got you.
So no matter what, the minimum for a drift jump is a minute.
Yeah, a minimum. That's
minimum.
That's with perfect conditions.
Yeah.
That's what's
I still think my plan is foolproof.
It's foolproof until God said it wasn't.
Oh, my castle fell off.
I'm gonna
God.
I'm gonna walk up to the bridge, maybe eating a sandwich or something, with my mouth full,
Alright,
ask what's going on.
In the time that you guys have been debating on strategies and trying to figure out, and you all been like talking over each other and trying to figure out how to get away from this intercept, the comms panel behind all of you are actually, I'm trying to get my spatial awareness. The comms panel to the side of all of you dings. You've gotten a message. You've gotten a communications or a hail. Yeah.
Alright,
Right.
Does Ben flip out again because he's scared of something? Oh, Jesus!
What do you want
no.
me to do?
Keep piloting the ship. I'll go check the. Wait, I gotta get my voice back on. I'll go check the comm system. Okay, so I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna check the comm system.
Okay, you have a. Yep, you have a. It seems the ship's too far away to send real-time messages or audio messages of high bit rates. So you've received a text message.
Call me.
So then,
Said Newt.
It composed entirely of emotes. It's a future emotes.
oh Jesus! They're space trolls.
It's
Eggplant.
just a picture
Captain,
of the
what does
OK
this-
hand and the
Eggplant.
eggplant.
Yeah, Captain, what does this
peaches.
eggplant mean?
You
Monkey face.
but yeah, you have that message when you check it. It's an inquiry. It's have you picked up the rest of the crew from the surface? Have plans changed? I was informed I was to retrieve the crew and item from the surface, then move to the ambush point to jump out with the captured ship.
Ha!
Then the period, and then it has a capital H and D at the end.
Only Ben's seeing this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you repeat that again?
Have you picked up the rest of the crew from the surface? Have plans changed? I was informed to retrieve the crew and items from the surface and then move to the ambush point to jump out with the captured ship. Period. HD.
Okay. I'm gonna respond.
Oh God.
It's gonna say. Let's see here.
Send him an emote of a penguin.
Please, no,
By the way,
Ben,
this is
tabletop
Plans
chat.
changed.
Tabletop chat.
just
Just send those emojis.
just as a heads up, just so you know, the way that because you might I think I might know what you might do here. I just wanted to let you know in case you were trying to do something clever. Like ship communications, no matter what ship it is or what race they come from, is all handled in common. Like it's a common, like it's kind of like air traffic controllers and pilots. Like it's all English, and it's automatically translated through there. So this ship is automatically is sending out a common message, and whatever they receive will translate to whatever their language is. Same thing for you if whatever you input is default. Okay, go ahead. Just wanted to put that out there.
All right, so I'm pretty sure this is not going to work because I'm missing a key piece of information, but I'm going to try it anyway. What our response is going to say, plans changed, crew retrieved from surface, Mildred dead. Mildrith dead.
Please
Oh
have all
shit!
those
Doesn't know how to spell the name.
Close enough. I understand what you were getting. I only said it once in a passing, so you get it. Yeah.
Ambushed on surface. Proceed to ambush point. FT.
Just period FT.
Yeah.
Okay.
FTL. Wait. FML.
Should have done
Oh,
.jk.
oh my.
We were ambushed.
Oh my.
FML.
FML. God damn it.
Oh god.
.jk.
You said FT, right?
Yeah. That's the key point of information I'm worried about.
You send the message. It takes a few minutes for it to get there, and you just wait there, like you're just waiting for a return message.
I walk in. What's the android doing?
This is
Piloting their ship, of course.
so like kind of like doing whatever the androids do of sweating, just kind of looking over this panel and thinking.
Oil's running.
It's
I've
just
got
oil.
my chin in my hand.
No. It's
and
a bit the skin he took off is just peeling and he's putting it back up.
Yeah.
my eyes are going really quickly back and forth. Like I keep going over to the comm system, checking. Like, she hasn't texted me back yet. Damn it. 2 minutes later,
So
still hasn't
neurotic.
texted me. It says she read it.
She just left you on the ...
I'm gonna point out.
Someone
hang
opens
on.
a Snapchat and does reply.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Maybe I should message again, just in case.
point out. Ben. I'm gonna
Did you
point
get
out.
my,
Ben,
I'm gonna go into the. Did you get my last message?
I'm gonna point out. Due
I
to
missed you.
sheer guesswork, due to sheer guesswork, I'm actually having to review not only their intelligence scores but also what I rolled, and it's pretty damn close. Not gonna tell you how close, but it's pretty close.
I gotta do something right eventually.
Yeah.
through sheer
A
luck.
stop clock is right twice a day.
You wait a couple minutes and you get a reply through the message, and it's another text message, but it replies, "Please send last, confirm, HD."
I'm gonna reply. Proceed to ambush point FT. That better have been low.
That better have been low.
It was lower. It was lower than the last roll. Okay. You wait a
said
couple
lower,
minutes.
not low enough.
And
I'm cringing.
and you wait a couple minutes, and nothing comes back.
Has
And-
their course changed?
Yes, their course has changed from
You should have put
It's-
that winky
it's-
face.
It changed from a normal intercept course in which they would have like gone up alongside you and just kind of stayed in formation with you, to now they're going to where you're going, and they're going to be there before you now. Like they're turning directly and they're burning towards that.
That didn't work. We gotta keep up the rouge.
But you have not
Ruse?
received any message. Ruse. What? That subpar World War II?
Wait. Plan B.
Hey, that
Plan
had
B.
a nuclear DLC, which was great.
Plan B. So they've burned. So we're going like this, and they're basically they've corrected for deflection to get to the same point that we're going to at the same time. We
Well-
wait until they're like almost there. Then we burn retrograde as hot as we can. They overshoot us. We blast their asses as they pass in front of us. They won't suspect a thing. First officer.
Oh, you're thinking this in your head, yeah? Or are you telling
No,
us?
I'm
Am
saying
I
so.
aware of the messages that went between?
Yeah, you haven't told us what the message is.
Oh, I was assuming that would have been doing.
He's just talking aloud now.
You can't assume. You gotta
I
say it.
assumed
You guys
you
are
were
You've been-
aware. You guys are aware.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been sharing it with you guys.
I'm gonna suggest that we ask for confirmation of them receiving our last message, continuing with the ruse of us
Like how
of
they
you
asked
being
us to
FT.
Mm,
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good idea, first officer. Good idea.
I'm gonna
Wise
go
choice,
load
wise
some
choice.
guns.
And then I'm gonna send
Feeling
another
about
message
this.
that says all it's gonna say is confirm, FT.
Hold on, I'm gonna need to go to a different set of notes because I didn't.
Hey,
It's gonna be one of those situations where it's like, no, you hang up first.
No,
No, you.
You confirm, I confirm.
God damn it.
Okay, they. Well,
In
you
kids,
sent
that's
that
how
message.
mommy and daddy got hitched.
Also, I'm gonna
Okay.
wait. How do we have personal communication?
Tog, that's not how it works nowadays. It's basically, kids, do you know how mummy and daddy got together and fell in love? I
Tinder.
swiped right. There we go. That's the story.
Um,
I swiped right.
Well,
we
the
saying
story
about
starts with your Uncle Barney.
Well, I'm trying to remember if
I don't
how
want to know what his story
personal
Guys,
communications
guys.
work.
Okay.
I'm gonna send a. So the person communicates. Can you like send like a text message? Can you be like, is that
Yeah,
how those work?
they're essentially advanced smartphone. You like ever seen The Expanse and how they it's just like a piece of okay it's a smartphone. It's smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna instead of so I don't interrupt the Rat Man. I'm gonna send Max a message saying he might want to get to the armory and start readying the weapons, but
You
don't
might
power
wanna wake
anything
me
up.
because I can just have the droid go and stand guard.
I
What?
literally. I
Well,
walked
isn't
off
the
and I'm gonna
armory
go
just
load
for
some
small
guns.
arms?
No, that's where the
There are weapon
weapons
control
panel.
panels. Well,
Oh,
no,
okay.
that's
See, I
that's
thought
the
that was just a.
no. That's the internal. That's the internal. Like the panel that's in the armory is just there to keep stock of the armaments of the ship. The actual like control panels for weapons and stuff like that is on the bridge.
Oh, it's
like
on the bridge. Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
that. Okay, I don't remember everything.
Yeah, it's fine.
Alright.
Yeah, but that's why I tried to correct you.
Yeah.
for
Wait,
off
so-
on that.
Max is on the bridge.
Matt, yeah, he came
Okay.
up there with like a drink. He's just like,
How's it going?
yeah.
He's
got
I'm gonna
he's got a
ask
mug.
Sandwich with
He's got a
his
mug
hands.
of coffee, and he's just like, oh,
a little bit of Irish cream in it.
yeah. um, you send your message over the airwaves again. It's confirm period FT.
Mm-hmm.
So just like phonetic alphabet. That's like Fox
Tango.
Tango. Got it. Okay. So all right.
Alpha Bravo Charlie Delta.
Yeah. You you don't receive a message back. Do you, who's sitting at the sensor panel right now? Is it still just P6?
Yeah.
Still just P6.
Yep.
Do a computers check for me.
Uh-oh.
Computers check.
Oh, that's my wheelhouse.
Well, I'm usually okay at most things. We have a quick check. I got a 4 for that. It's not too bad.
That's not bad.
I'm like 4 at most things, to be honest.
Okay. You're looking at the sensors, and the display has changed a little bit. The ship has powered up its shielding, and its primary weapon systems have been powered up. It's essentially the computer's extrapolating what's going on from the changes in the emissions, but it's saying that weapons and shields have been turned on this sensor contact.
Have we gotten close enough so we
Guys,
can
their weapons and shields are activated. This
As
is
soon
bad.
as he says that, I'm gonna because I'm still at the comm pad, so I'm gonna like toggle up the whole ship and just go red alert, red alert.
can we extrapolate any information about the ship now since we're getting closer?
Well, really, it's only been like 20 minutes or something like that, like 20, 30
Yeah,
minutes.
but I'm
You still have about 3 hours to intercept.
okay. So
So it's I mean you're a little further away than you think. Think space distances right now.
right, I know, but we've gotten a little close. A few thousand kilometers, a few
Well,
hundred
just
thousand kilometers.
like if you check the ship's like loadout, it has budget short range sensors. Like you don't even have top of the line. You've got budget sensors. These are
We got them from
space.
Costco.
These are space Radio Shack.
Damn you, Space Shack!
Space Shack.
Robot house.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just check for you. I'll double check. Maybe there's something that whoever's going to take the science station can do. Could try.
I can pop over to the science station. I'm a professor.
Yeah, because that's where you do scanning at.
So the Rat Man's gonna dash onto the bridge and look around, and it's like, what? That's happening.
Well,
What?
then you
Just
probably
just so you know, if you get up and break that, you're no longer on a long rest, so you take back the 2 HP that you healed. Just so you know.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, a long rest is
Yeah, I
8
know.
hours of uninterrupted rest. So.
Shit. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, so I'm assuming you don't do that, and you actually just stay in your bunk. Okay.
I'm gonna
Give me whoever's gonna take this check. This is gonna be more difficult than normal. But I'm gonna
give it a
need
shot. More difficult than normal. I can handle it.
Yeah. This is for basic information. This is not you're not gonna be able to get any detailed scans until you get within like basically combat range.
Right.
But I need you to do a computers check to try and scan this ship from long distance.
Holy
First one.
Jesus Christ, Ben.
26. Fucking hell.
Wait,
That-
holy
that-
shit!
That was my okay. So just keeping the Magnus luck in queue. This is my tallies for critical successes and critical failures.
There you go. I added a
That
DC.
was not counting the
I added
twos.
I added a 10 to the DC of that check, and that didn't matter.
Ooh.
Okay, you get a scan, and you kind of like basically what you're doing is you're kind of just like focusing the sensor array. Like normally, it's kind of like you ever seen like the Star Trek sensor readings? So like There's like three sweeps going around the ship, and like one's going really quick, the medium one's kind of going slower, and the long one's going really slow. Essentially, you're taking that long range sensor sweep, and you're refocusing it and kind of like dialing it in directly on this target, and you're able to get a good solid reading on it. It's a ship that is smaller than the one you are currently in, by a little bit. And hold on, I just realized that all of these that this needs to be. I'm gonna have to refill out these ship sheets because things changed. But it's a smaller ship than what you're currently using, because you're a light freighter. But even a light freight, like basically, it seems to be a couple of tons, or maybe more than that, smaller in terms of its footprint. It seems to have a moderate speed, and its engines are pretty good for the size of it. You're reading weapon systems on there. They seem to be somewhat hefty for the size of it. But it's
how compared to us, how hefty?
There are less readings, but there are less individual weapon, like potential weapons readings according to the sensors. But the one that it does have is pretty substantial. That's about all you can get. I can't give you anything harder than that. Like it's a substantial system, but it's being flagged by the sensors and the computer as a weapon hardpoint. You're also getting some odd readings from its midsection. It has you sense a power signature on it that seems to be about moderate for its size, but kind of forward of that and in the midsection of the ship there's another power reading, but it's somewhat dampened or kind of almost shielded or something like that in the center.
Okay, good to know. Good information. I want to share this with the rest of the bridge crew here.
I'm going to recommend we call off the red alert first, since we still have about 3 hours.
Okay, downgrade it to beige. So,
Beige alert, beige alert.
I've got a plan. Who's got any ideas?
I say we prepare for combat.
My plan is to crowdsource a plan.
It's a great plan.
Good sir.
Question, Space God. Does the
Yes.
Does the weapon system control all the weapons on the ship, or do you need people in each weapon individually?
You can have in terms of mechanics, you can have as many gunners. You can have an unlimited amount of gunners, and a gunner can usually fire one weapon at a time.
Okay.
But from your station, you can control any of the weapons on the ship, but it's not like it's not like I'm going to take the port side weapons and there's like 7 weapon systems on there. It's more like I'm going to take control of blankety weapon and everything. It assumes they're always auto firing or automatically trying to track, but the ones that you take control of at that time, you have a higher chance of hitting and you can actually hit.
We could have.
So it's not like the
Max on
Millennium
the
Falcon where
rockets.
there's like a little turret on the top to. No.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. It's not like
Or
that.
Planet Express ship. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah. It's a good thing to It's a good thing to ask.
Because then it would be okay. Which characters stay on like technical stations? Which characters go man guns? Like, are we bomber crewing this or?
I'm going to bleep bloop the Rat Man and inform him that how long does he have until he gets his full rest?
He's got essentially, I'm going to say he's got maybe a half hour before the actual engagement happens.
So like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours ish. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say
so
that.
in
Technically, it wouldn't be until after the engagement happens, but I'm going to give him a little leeway because you guys made that plan.
Okay. So in 2 hours and 45 minutes, I want him to report to engineering and be prepared for combat.
Okay.
I'm gonna like bleep bloop him on the thingy.
While Royce is doing that, I'm standing behind him with my arms crossed, just like approvingly nodding my head.
Okay, I want to do a weapons check, make sure everything's loaded, and make sure that the targeting's not is working as it should be, sort of thing? Because I've never seen this weapon system. I'm not taking any chances.
Yeah, it looks like it's working. All the targeting sensors are working well. I mean, they're not the best. This is definitely some light stuff from what you've known. Like most, it's like most long range transports, stuff like that, would maybe mount like a larger weapon complement, at least in the forward arc, like a something heavier than a light laser cannon and some missile pods, and nothing's turreted either. So like, you have 2 laser cannons that are on a limited traverse port and starboard, and you have a forward laser cannon limited traverse and a missile battery forward limited traverse.
Ugh.
So you've
how many
got those
pods do we
arcs.
have again?
You have 6 total. And those have enough space in them to have a single person in each pod, and I believe, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure you'll be able to live for a little while in them, but they don't have any engines. They're just kind of pods that go out.
Oh, is this escape pods?
Yeah, the ship has 6 of them. But they're not powered. They're not lifeboats. Lifeboats have their own limited power systems. A pod is just a pod. It does not have any type of engine or any type of thing to impart thrust or maneuverability.
All right,
When we
Cradle of Civilization's up.
Just like
That's 9.
just out, not like to anyone specifically, but just when we get the chance, we should really upgrade the sensors.
Yeah.
A new ship might be in order by the end of this.
I've kind of grown attached to this one. Just upgrade it a little bit. Better weapons.
So we're gonna be the assholes who have like an 86 Lada that have like a super powered engine in it, and just like all
Let's
these
put a V8 in this Honda sedan.
Exactly.
But yeah. So what are you doing in your time between now and when they
Sleeping.
intercept your? So yeah, you're sleeping. What is everyone else doing?
Prepping for combat.
Yeah, so
Oh my
Make
fuck!
sure
I've just looked. Cradle of, as soon as it's gone live, the Cradle of Civilization video.
demonetized.
Yep. That's her request.
It's probably because it has Islam in it.
Yeah. Cradle of Civilization implies Middle East, so that's your
I-
fault, Midge.
I usually just go for tags. Like I
No,
think
it's
Islam
not-
in a tag.
It's
would
not
be
in my
bad.
tags.
Oh well,
Islam
yeah,
is
you
not in my
fucked.
tags.
Yeah, that kind of fucks with you, doesn't it? That they released it so early, but they released it so late before the embargo. We didn't have time to pre-upload to get.
No,
the
no,
whole
mine
thing.
were pre-uploaded from last night.
Yeah, but that's not enough
Yeah, but
time
he-
for
he
I-
for the
longer
review.
sometimes it can take 2 weeks before something gets hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
Like,
but okay.
It usually takes at least like a day or 2 usually to get hit.
Like,
It's the
That means
average, but
it's not the
sometimes it
worst
can take
time.
2 weeks.
I'm almost done with
Yeah.
my Ultimate General Civil War series is the Union, and I've got some of the Civil War stuff started, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload it and then let it sit for like a month because it's got Confederate States of America in it. That stuff's going to get hit multiple times and I know it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what are you guys doing exactly? So so Screech is sleeping. What are you doing? 12.
I'd like to take a jaunt down to the engineering section and see if there's anything I can't do to make to assist the engines in the upcoming plan. So I'm not
You give
I'm not
him a-
incompetent in terms of the engineering skills.
You're getting into Screech.
You're
wheelhouse
sleeping.
here.
You're not there.
Screech
I
just
want to
has
start. I want to
unconscious
start
twitch.
like unplugging tubes and wires and start like just jamming them into the engines that face forward. So what I want is a really hot retrograde burn when we get it, like right when we get there, so that like they go to shoot us and we just like screech to a halt, relatively speaking. Their shot goes by us, and then they gently float in front of us, giving us a perfect forward shot. But it really requires that really hot retrograde burn.
There's nothing you can really do in terms of that. The ship isn't really
I can't
made
run
like that.
cheetah blood on it.
Yeah, you can't. You can't. No, red uns don't go faster in this one. Or is that yellow ones? No, it's red uns. Red uns go faster. yellow ones blow up bigger, something like that. Whatever, fuck it. Sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
Ben-
40k tangent.
Ben, all the time, I'm just letting you. My drone is just staring at you, like its
I don't
optics
care.
are just watching you.
I don't care.
you give, but the ships doesn't really have like a primary reverse or like a reverse thrusters. There are
Braking
reverse.
thrusters.
They're little braking thrusters though. They're meant to like slow it down. Like if you wanted to do that, you'd have to like use the RCS system, flip and burn, and do that. But there's no weapon mounts on the back end of the ship.
on the butt end of the ship.
Yeah, and that would
There's
take
not-
that would
I-
take
there's
that would be a
nothing I
very high, and you know that would take a well, maybe you wouldn't. You have some piloting skills, don't you? Do you have at least one rank in piloting?
Yes.
Okay, that would be a very difficult maneuver to pull off, especially in like a quick maneuver to get the guns back up. That would be very difficult to do. You know you couldn't do it, and you know you couldn't
So
do
what
it.
you're saying is I can't pull the crazy Ivan from Firefly.
No, because one, that wouldn't have worked anyways, especially in the fucking gravity well.
In a gravitational field, I know.
yeah, that would have ripped that thing apart, but and made them jelly. But yeah, you know you wouldn't be able to do that. It would be way past your ability, so you're not. You would. I don't know how your character feels about other people and their abilities, but probably not that good. So
I think the highest of NGP. I think
Okay,
he's
but
got just the best abilities. Very
yeah,
big.
but you're not sure if that'd be a very difficult maneuver. That'd be pretty hard to do. And there's nothing you can really do right here. Like you don't have you have some knowledge of engineering systems, but you're not highly versed in them. So
I've got engineering.
There's a way of-
6.
6. How much do you have, Screech?
7.
7.
You know enough in a combat situation. You can push you can push engines pretty hard, but for the time involved in between now and the actual time happening, there's nothing you can really do long term. Like in combat, you can like boost engines for like a couple of seconds to get like a couple extra, like a couple extra meters per second, or just get it boosted up to 110%. But like for a prolonged period of time, that would stress them way too much, and you wouldn't be able to do that. So
I'm not talking about a prolonged period of time. I'm just talking about like just a real quick burn.
You'd have
for
to be
that
down
one instant.
when that happened. You'd have to be down here to do it.
Okay. And the Rat Man will be down there.
Yeah. So that's okay. So what are you doing, Royce, during that time?
I'm just calmly sitting in the captain's chair, thinking about how to get out of this combat without having to actually engage them in combat.
I've tried 6 kinds of Wednesday to get out of this thing, and nothing fucking works.
It's almost like the GM doesn't want us to leave the.
I know, but
plan.
It's almost
I'm a
like the GM wants
charisma
to blend you
character.
in this form of combat before we get
I'm
deeper
a-
into the campaign.
I'm a charisma character. It's what I do.
Okay,
When
so you're
charisma
just-
doesn't work, I hit things with my sword.
So you're just kind of resting, like sitting back.
Well, yeah, someone has to be in the captain's chair while the captain's gone.
First officer.
Okay.
It's his spot. It's where he's
Screeks.
supposed to be.
Yeah, Shriek's sleeping. What are you doing, P6?
Hopefully flying.
I was gonna ask actually, Roach, like when it comes to the two ships, our ship and their ship, does our ship stand a chance? Like, does my character know our ship can?
You have no idea.
That we're fucked.
The readings that
Can
you're
I-
getting here is that they're a little slower. Like they have smaller engines.
We have
so
no
you're a little
idea what the
faster.
ship is at all.
You're way too far away to do that. You have to be really close
Okay.
and do a scan of it to get like an identifier on it.
Okay.
Okay. All right, just making sure.
Plan
You just
F.
know it has a big weapon system. It has one kind of big-ish weapon system.
Okay, I'm gonna go to who has the item again? Be taken.
He's
The
inside
robot.
compartment of the robot.
Number 12.
Just
Aren't you
follow the
supposed
robot.
to be flying?
Are you supposed
I
to be
could take
flying
over the
this ship?
pilot's chair. I could come up and take over the pilot's chair. I just walked around the engine room, like unplugged a couple things, plugged them back in, and then left.
God damn it!
Messed with the thermostat a little bit for the
Yeah, you're one of those people.
I lowered it by 4 degrees.
just enough. Not so that
Just enough for you to
he
notice.
knows something's wrong, but just enough.
To be uncomfortable.
Yeah. Screech's robot has the talisman, kind of in like a little compartment.
It's been
That's-
instructed to allow no one to directly handle it, but it's to keep it safe. Because when I touched it, bad things started to happen, and I felt bad juju.
Your hands got cold.
I felt bad
Yeah.
juju, so I instructed the robot not to let anyone have it, but know it was there and show it to them that it's safe.
Okay,
So-
well, I want to go just to number 12. I'm just going to say number 12. Number 12, we need to make sure that we have a backup plan if something happens. So, if we are going to lose, we need a plan maybe to
Question
get
for
that
God.
out of here.
Question
Yes.
for God. Does this ship have an escape pod system, a shuttle?
We already went
already
over
went over
this.
this.
The ship,
I told her before.
yeah, the
6
ship has,
escape pods.
it has 6 escape pods.
Okay. Plan
So,
G.
They
there is
have
what
they have no maneuvering systems. They are just a pod that you can survive in that are shot out.
We take the robot that's got the doodle in it. We put it in the pod. And if shit goes to hell, we shoot
someone
the pod
should go.
we
Someone
shoot the
should go
pod
with
back
it.
at the moon.
Roach, could someone fit in with the robot?
Skreek is the
Only Screek, I
Is-
guess.
well, no, is Skreek your medium creature? Is the robot also
No,
considered
I
a
am a
medium
small
creature?
creature. It is a medium creature.
Yes, they both could fit in, couldn't they?
It'd be a very tight fit.
Yeah, but they can. That's fine.
It's just
That's all I need to
practical.
know. They can. It'd just be uncomfortable, but we don't
I mean,
care.
you will be losing a lot of your firepower because it's carrying 2 shotguns.
I can
I don't
carry
think it's
a
going to be
shotgun.
firing shotguns out the
Wait,
window,
fuck,
though.
This is literally.
I mean, if
talking
they
about,
try and board.
we're talking about like all things are lost
Yeah. This is for
situation. We're
when
not
we're
talking
talking
about
about
like
PK.
okay.
So you're not just gonna
Yeah.
preemptively just shoot me out in the
This
space.
is for when things go
No.
tits up.
It's okay. We'll come back for you. It's like, wait, what?
That's
and
good
according
because
to my die, yeah, things are going tits up.
yeah, that's a good. It's a good thing as
You
well
just
because
roll for that.
Skreek is an engineer.
I rolled a 7, so yeah, that
yeah.
wasn't good.
The escape pods can only be accessed on the main deck, not the command deck. So you'd have to go down to the main deck, go to
What
them.
kind
and
of
then-
planning was that?
That's the planning of a modular starship.
This
That's
a
fucking
horrible
ship
idea.
isn't smart enough to understand that the atmosphere on the inside is the same PSI as the atmosphere on the outside and not take time to cycle the goddamn airlock. It's not that smart.
So
Wait,
number
What?
12.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
we
that's
ran-
that's they
you weren't
got.
here.
Yeah,
You weren't
well,
here. We ran back to the ship and went to get in the airlock, and Roach was like, "Okay, well, it's gonna take like 10 minutes for the airlock to cycle." I was like, "It's what atmosphere out here and what atmosphere in the ship? What's it
Oh.
cycling?"
Oh, I thought you were like being an asshole android saying like space was the same on the inside as the outside.
No, that
as-
was
oh,
you weren't
okay.
there last time, but we got stuck into that combat because
Okay.
apparently the airlock cycles even though it's the same pressure outside as inside.
Oh, okay.
It's a safety feature. What do you want?
That was patently less safe.
Well, for that specific situation, but what happens if the airlock sensor is broken?
I'm sure there's a redundant system.
That is the redundant system.
Okay,
Um,
anyways,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We're
Um,
upgrading this fucking ship, I swear.
How
you can-
long
yeah,
does it take-
Yeah. What were you saying?
how long does it take to turn on the weapon systems from being completely turned off, so they're not radiating any energy signatures?
I'm gonna say a minute.
Okay, never mind.
From completely dead to completely off, or completely dead to completely on, it would be like a minute because you're like, you have to prime them up and like it's a laser, so it's got to I think it's got to either heat up or cool down. It's got to do something with temperature.
Okay.
Depending
I
on
mean,
what type of
missiles
laser it is.
wouldn't have to.
Missiles would have to, if they're anything like modern day infrared systems, they'd have to start up and heat up to
And
because
their lens would have to cool down.
yeah, because isn't that a thing for infrared? Like they have to you have to switch them on and it has to kind of prime up and
They have a
just stay-
short, yeah.
Yeah, like a javelin isn't just a turn on and go. It has to turn
No.
on. Then,
Yeah.
then it has a certain amount of time it can stay on before you have to switch it off and then do everything. Yeah. So a missile takes some time
Chris
to
gets
prime.
Sergey, the guy shooting him, the guy on the receiving end of him. I'm sure they'll both know.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it would take about a minute, I would say, to do that.
We
Okay.
really need to upgrade this ship.
That's what I'm fucking saying. Between the computer being
I don't know what you thought. This is a fucking freighter.
Well, okay.
It's the equivalent of you guys. It's equivalent of you guys like being like passengers on a passenger liner. Then pirates attack. You beat them off, and you're like, okay, let's go and defeat a frigate. It's just, what do you mean? It won't work.
I did not beat off any pirates. I'm going to tell you that right now.
So, well, in the
It
like
was his
the
mother
last
that was
time
the sex bot.
leading
My
leading up to
great
the
grandfather
encounter. I just want to start
was the
making a
first
list with
sex bot.
Royce, like
upgrades.
Prioritizing a list like weapons, sensors, computer systems, all that various stuff, engines, engineering, the med bay. Like, just making a list, and we'll just just spitballing ideas back and forth, like moving things around.
Okay.
Inquiry.
Well,
Yes.
yeah. Okay. What?
Can we make our weapons seem bigger?
Not without damaging them.
Damn.
Essentially, the way
Doing
sensors
jokes.
measures the way weapons, the way the sensors and computers interpolate weapon systems and how big or how dangerous they are is essentially the energy that is shunted to them, and you could put more energy in them, but like that could damage the electronics in them.
I mean,
so
let's think about this
Okay.
historically, guys. The British ships were always lighter and faster and had less weapons than French and Spanish galleons and things, and they did fine. We ruled the waves for ages. We got the faster ship. We'll just outmaneuver them. It'll be fine.
what was that one battle in World War One? that
I'm talking 1700s.
I mean,
the Battle of
No, I mean,
Jutlands.
it wasn't just that. I mean, Britain had like a 300-year history of the most important thing on a ship being its rate of fire. And that's why there was the issue with ships spontaneously blowing up all the time during combat, because they would do things like leave
Put powder
safety
in the-
doors open,
yeah.
or like the powder, like they would double up on powder monkeys. So that they were always crossing paths, so they wouldn't have to wait for powder for the next shot and things like. That's why British ships blew up all the time.
Well, okay, so you guys essentially spend that time kind of just.
I haven't finished talking.
Well,
I was still
Well,
I was still talking to number 12, and everyone butted in, like, and I was just waiting for everyone to finish.
Be
Sorry,
more assertive then. Come on.
Sorry.
But Crimson's allowed to make his questions.
go ahead,
If I just butt in, what's the point?
What-
Who does asking me?
Well, what did you? Well, finish what you're saying then, damn it.
Yeah. To make sure that they understand what is going to happen if things go bad. Get to those damn life emergency shit pods, and make sure that the rat has that.
Make sure the rat and the robot are together.
Captain
They
always
can
goes
die
down
together.
with his ship.
Okay, that's fine.
Along with the first officer.
Still okay.
Okay.
Plan Z is Ratman gets in the escape pod and we just shoot him back at the moon.
Or we shoot him at the ship.
The boarding party of the Ratman, just with flashbangs all over him.
Wait.
You can have it.
And she just gave me an idea. Is there any way to can we scan them for life, like if there's people on board?
You can, but it have the same problem as scanning them just their signature right now.
Okay,
Like,
how long till we get into that medium ring of the scanning thing? The sensors.
like
That's
that,
what.
like it's not it's not linear. Like the long range goes for a long range, but the medium is like it's within combat range is medium
Oh.
range. Like it's that's when sensor resolutions get better.
You'd hope.
Yeah, you'd hope. Max, you're the last one. What are you doing during this time?
Prepping the fucking weapons.
All right. Is there anything else anyone?
Making sure I've got enough like doors
Well, I had-
open
I
and
had
stuff
another
to
idea.
make my
I wanted to
own way
ask-
to the escape pods.
I wanted
Alright.
to ask Max if he knows of any way to mask our life signs, or at least the meat bags.
Why would I know
You-
that?
Aren't you a medic?
No.
I am a soldier.
Oh, I thought you
I
had.
do the
thought you were
guns.
Who was the
Yeah,
backup
so-
medic?
Oh yeah.
That
I-
was
The person that's not here.
Oh,
No, I
thought that was
can.
Max.
Yeah.
no. Max can do backup medics.
I can
You'd
I
have-
can do field medicine. I can't do.
You have a basic. Anybody that has computers and knows sensors would have a basic knowledge of this.
So I would know.
Yeah, you'd have to be on you'd have to be in a shielded compartment, like a compartment made to resist sensor sweeps.
There we
Are
go.
there any on the ship?
I have four medicine.
Nothing
I
on the
can
ship
do
would,
medicines. I can do
Okay.
doctor stuff.
Yeah.
Good to know.
So you do all that during this time, and you're kind of preparing. Everybody's kind of working this out and trying to figure everything out. The robot is placed in one of the escape pods during this time, and is waiting there for the potential inevitable defeat. You start getting closer now. You're within pretty close range at this point. And it's getting to the point where normally this is when you'd probably prime your systems like weapons and shields and everything and get them spun up for combat. Because they are obviously at this point, the computer has confirmed they have their shields up, their weapons primed, and they are ready to go. And they're in your way at this point. Like they're at the point where if you wanted to jump to get to that point, they're in your way and you're going to have to deal with them.
But we still can't get life signs. How many life signs are on there, right? We still can't get that. We're not that close.
I'm gonna say give me a computers check from whoever's on the sensors.
Magnum.
I don't have computers.
Magnum.
Oh good.
We're balancing that shit right back out.
Just does the Google Chrome. He's dead, Jim. Not one.
Jim. You give a reading, and it seems like you're not getting anything. The magnetic field of the planet's messing up with your sensors a lot. Like it's you're right at the cusp, like where the magnetic fields kind of branch out like that. Like the reason you're going to the polar orbit is because there's that area where it's kind of it's stable. You're right on the curve, right outside of that. Like you're at the wall of the storm's eye. Think of it like that.
Yep.
In terms of, so you can't get anything solid on it.
Nope, not with that roll.
No, not with that roll. But we have. But yeah, you are now essentially in combat, or you're going into combat.
Woohoo,
I need
dun,
to
dun.
know.
Wait,
I need to know who's playing what. What were you gonna say, Royce? Before we go.
I was just gonna talk to the captain and be like, ask him how confident are you in P6's piloting skills?
100%.
Why don't we board them?
And then I'm gonna go into this really remedial description using my hands and a fist as a planet of relative motions and ships moving through space.
I mean, I'm not a pilot, so. But just
I'm talking to you like you're a sixth grader, and I'm and who doesn't
Fire.
understand that the planet moves around the sun.
Well, I need to know who's playing what role during this. Okay, these are the roles. These are the roles for Starship Combat. Okay, it's captain, pilot, engineers, gunners, and science officers.
So
Okay,
I'm
are the
captain.
5 roles.
Royce
Pilot.
is the weapons officer. We've got NG on piloting. We've got Ratman in engineering. And Max could either be science. Could be science, right?
With science would require a good computer score.
What's your computer score, Max?
1.
Well,
that's better
Well,
than me.
I'm not
Wait,
trained
wait,
in
wait.
it. I
What's the-
can't
wait,
do it.
what's who's its is? T-Pose man, Snow.
Oh, Snow.
Snows is good because he's a vid gamer.
Yeah,
Griff
should he-
has a computer score of 7.
Yeah, so there's
Put him
He
on.
could be
where do you want to
so
go?
he could be science officer. You can have multiple engineers and gunners.
So
I'm
Max
gonna-
is gunner 2.
So you have 2 gunners, 1 engineer, a pilot, captain, and 1 science officer.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Can I give Ben? Can I give you Snow's character sheet for this? Because I'm
Sure,
gonna have to
yeah.
I'm gonna have to work on another. We have to use the. I'm gonna have to
Yeah, that's
control
perfectly fine.
ships. So
I'm just gonna hit the head real quick.
yeah, take a
Ditto.
everybody. We'll take a break before this.
God damn it. That took a while.
Yep.
But my video. It was a bit late.
That sucks, Midge, about how your thing happened.
Yeah.
Your
no,
thing got
no.
demonetized. That was fucking YouTube.
Every single one of my videos will go through it though. I seem to get hit especially. I think once you hit once, you get hit like so badly.
Yep. It works. It seems that like if someone gets hit, it then assumes that they're likely to do it again for some reason more, so it just hits them constantly after.
Yeah, because I know people that
And for a long,
the
and for a long.
exact same thing, but haven't been hit once. Like
It's so funny because then you always review them and they always get taken off every single time.
Mhm.
YouTube would go, "Huh? Have you ever noticed that almost 99% of things we flag end up getting taken
Get
off a
turned
flag?
over.
That makes you think. Doesn't that make you think something's wrong? Nah. That's how it's meant to work.
I'm not.
1% is a pretty
I-
good percentage, you know, in the top 1%.
all of my Call of Duty World War II series, I literally verbally say that this may not be suitable for all viewers. And when it goes through the review process, they all come back as suitable. Alright, I'm going to go quickly grab a drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need a PP. Have to admit. Actually, wait, I probably can't say this on. And talk about it.
Yeah, that took longer than I thought.
So,
It always takes us longer because we always talk a lot. We like talking.
Well, we get on tangents. I need to be better about shutting that shit down. 'Cause, you guys talked about random shit for a while there that didn't have any.
I will point out though, talking about if androids can have babies, I think that's kind of important to how my character thinks. So that I
Okay.
think that's actually about the world building.
so, yeah, you're right. But here's the thing: I think the tangents are good because people love them.
What's this?
But it takes
I
us
was-
forever to get
I
through anything.
was saying I need to get better about shutting those tangents down that we get onto that use up a lot of time that are kind of just on nothing.
Well, a lot of
Yeah.
the tangents we just did were plans.
Some of them,
A
were
lot of them are just us being bad at making plans that are quick and concise and efficient, even though they always end up being like that.
Just let me figure this one out. Just let me getting the battle map up. You should have Snow's character now. Ben should
Alright,
be in
let me
there.
Pull that up. Yeah. Grape.
Just gotta make sure I get this.
Oh, my 2 videos
Wow,
are
did
like...
he roll better than me?
Yeah, he got a much better character than you. I was there by the way. It was,
Yeah, he had a great character.
yeah, he had a great
Wow,
character.
look
Or
at
he
those-
does have a great character. He's not dead yet.
We'll see. Okay.
See?
There is a 6-point difference between his lowest score and my lowest score.
You guys might want to have the Starfinder rulebook up for the specific starship combat rules, so we can get through. It's gonna be like the first combat all over again. We gotta learn this. So, one of the reasons I wanted to get you into this. So
Are we a large or small crew?
you're
I'd assume we're
crew.
small.
You're a small crew. Large crew is a denotation is that the individual like gunners and stuff is actually teams of people instead of a single person. with
Where
the characters
is
being...
this information in the dude?
Starships Chapter 9, and it would be Starship Combat, which is the
And it's
third
bookmarked.
sub-chapter. It is bookmarked.
Page 316.
Oh fuck! I accidentally just closed my my
Rulebook.
It doesn't take well, it's not like you have to load it. It's not like you have to re-download it. It's there. Okay, so you guys. 1 second. Okay. Just gotta... You get within range of each other, and I'm just gonna get the initiative rules down here. I had this written down, but I lost that.
Oh, Captain, now is when you hit the red alert button.
Oh, there's a...
It's that really annoying one from Enterprise.
No.
I like to think it's more like a U.S. submarine from like circa 1940.
Ooh, ooh.
oh
General
god!
Quarters. General
battle
Quarters.
station.
Just reading everything, I really think the envoy character needs to be the captain next time.
Nope, it's already settled.
Or maybe the character with 18 charisma.
I mean, I've got 16. Like,
Too late.
Yeah. By the way, the shorthands in here, which like stay like for any actions
but I
you
also
take,
have a 19 dex. Like, I think
it'll say like they'll say something like captain's actions. It'll have like demand, and that's like it says like DC 15 plus 2 times your ship tier. I'm not going by that formula, just so you guys know, because that is actually the people who made this game and this rulebook have stated openly that that is broken. Because if you follow that train of logic, 15 plus 2 times your ship tier, you have a tier 1 ship, so that means you have that DC is a 17. But then, let's say you get to a tier 16 ship when you guys are level 16. So now it's 15 plus 2 times 16. So 16 times 2 plus 15. You can have DCs in the 50s towards the end tier of the game with some of these ships, and
Jesus,
which
a
make no
gunnery
sense.
check is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a shorthand with this. I'm going to try out some side rules. So don't worry. So just don't pay attention to those formulas. Just the actions. Okay, guys. Is that all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you guys, I'm trying to find the shorthand for this. It doesn't say it. Used to be here.
This vehicle is reversing.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you guys start the combat. You are here. Okay.
Is that a
So we are-
Romulan warbird?
No, these are actually custom. I had somebody. I had a commission done for some generic ship art. So I hope you appreciate how much I put into this. Just let me check. I got another token here. Okay. So you guys, you get within range. Right before you get within what would be combat range for this, you see the sense. It's actually you would be able to see in visual as well. The side of the ship you are facing off with seems to like they're like a cargo bay, but a very big cargo bay. Like almost like two of them were combined into one. Open up, and a smaller ship comes out. Oh,
I knew it was pregnant.
Oh shit! It's the alien ship.
It's got a fighter.
Smaller.
Oh,
Takes
God.
the entire screen.
Why don't we have a
So-
fighter? I could go for a fighter.
I mean, we could.
It's on the list of upgrades. It's
It's
later
on the
on
list.
11.
Yeah,
but
first
you,
comes some sensors and bear weapons.
But yes, a much smaller ship comes out of its cargo bays, and is kind of takes up position to the side of it. And now we are in starship combat.
Oh shit.
And the way this works is that there are 3 phases to starship combat: engineering, helm, and gunnery. Okay. The science officer and the captain can go at any time during any of those phases, but they only have their one action to go. The engineering check. By the way, Screek, you are now in the engineering section, and you're there.
I'm just like, why are these plugs everywhere? What the fuck is going on down here?
Why is it cold?
Can he give you normal power, Captain?
So you are currently at the you're currently in the engineering stage. So
Right.
during this stage, you can take engineering actions, Screek, and they do them simultaneously. Everything happens simultaneously unless otherwise stated. So, and also the science officer and the captain can go during these turns as well. So you might want to think about what you're doing. If you want to go during now or not.
Ben, remember, remember
just
you're
gonna double
controlling
check.
both the science officer and the captain that can go at any time.
Oh shit! I gotta look up the science.
Okay,
officer stuff.
science officer goes during the helm phase. Sorry, just double check that. Science officer goes during the helm phase. Captain can go at any time.
I just looked over the captain stuff, but I didn't look over the science officer stuff.
Page 317. So, Screek, take a look at your actions, see what you want to do, and Captain also see if you want to go during now or hold until later.
I'm holding until later.
Okay.
Actions, engineering actions. Here we are.
I think I need to find like a quick sheet or something to give all you guys for this instead of just using the.
Well, eventually we'll learn it.
Eventually, yeah, but it's still.
Okay, so just refresh my memory. The rank system require. Oh yeah, no, I can't do that. It's like it requires 12 ranks in engineering. It's like, okay, nope.
Nope. Yeah.
I ain't that good. All right, then I will simply divert auxiliary power into one of the starship systems, giving it a boost. I am going to boost our. Where is it? Yeah, I'll boost our forward shields because we're heading straight on at them right now.
It only
Yes.
restores an amount.
It only restores amount. You would
okay.
like read the whole thing. It's split between like the top and bottom page. So
Okay. Oh, okay. So it only heals things for the ship. It seems.
except
No,
for
just the shields.
just the shield one.
Okay.
The engine. If you do it to the engine, if you send it to engine, the starship gains 2 speed.
Science receives a +2 bonus to their action.
Oh! You know what I was doing? I was reading. Adobe Acrobat screwed me up because I was reading something else entirely. It looked like it was a continuation from the next page. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll give us an engine boost to get us in close.
Okay.
Who else is on guns with me?
That'd be me.
I say we hold the missiles until we're close, though.
It's like playing a Dursky in World of Warships.
All right. Now I make a.
You make a engineering.
Yep.
The DC don't pay attention to the DCs. I already said
All right.
that. You're making an engineering check. I'll say if it passes or fails.
Roger that.
That passes.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
you guys, for this turn, which is this round of helm or engineering, helm, and gunnery, during the helm check phase, you will get a +2 to the speed of the ship.
What's the range of our weapons?
They are. You can check that in the pages, but you have small. You have light. light laser
light,
cannons.
light laser cannons and 1 micro missile battery on the forward.
Well, I know the light laser cannons are short range. I think the micro missile battery is short as well.
Yeah.
Is that under?
Is that one tile?
No, it's a couple of tiles. You can look this up. Whoever's the gunners, you can figure that out. It's not too hard. I think it's in the combat section a little bit past the actions description.
Got too many windows.
Yeah.
So many windows. Too many files.
Oh, I'm trying to do multiple people right now.
Right, no, I understand. I'm not judging you.
Roach. Now that we're
Yes.
closer, can I tell what their ship is? What, like how it compares to ours?
That would be the science officer to do a scan of that to figure out what the. Okay, a short range is 5 hexes, medium is 10, and long range is 20. So I'm actually gonna do that.
Thinking because my cat obviously knows a bit about starships and stuff.
No, I'm gonna say no, not for.
What they actually have an ability. There's a thing where it says I can like.
Oh well, what's the ability
stuff.
actually state? What's the ability actually say?
Written. Well, I guess okay. Culture checks on the theme, but reduce culture checks on the theme by 5. I guess. Says.
Okay, well,
I guess
this is during combat. You wouldn't necessarily be able to do that. Also, you're in the pilot.
You're busy
you have your
flying.
actions. Yeah, so you wouldn't be able to.
There's
do
a window. I can see out the window.
that. Okay,
What
so
I'm getting myself
do.
into.
They do their engineering checks, and yeah, so they do their thing. Actually, they don't do that because they don't have that crew. Boom. Okay. So now, after that's happened, we go to the helm phase.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
How many hexes was the long range?
20. Probably a good idea to keep that written down. I've got a cheat sheet building as we're going with this. So
5, 10, 20?
Yep.
yeah, 5, 10, 20, yeah. Okay, and now we're in the helm phase. So this is the pilots doing things. I'm going to need gonna clear this. Clear. I'm going to need you, NG, because NG's the pilot, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm going to need you to give me a piloting check.
Piloting check. Okay. God no. What does that mean?
This is to determine who goes first. Okay.
It's initiative.
For this phase, yeah. It goes every round. And you.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Like reaction, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. All right.
They did a little better than you.
A little bit.
They know what they're doing.
You don't know what you're doing?
This is the first ship he's flown. Nah, I'm joking.
Oh, well, we're fucked.
His credentials.
The other one blew up. That's why he's here.
My God, maybe I should fly next time.
Okay.
My job is a pilot, Mitch.
The
I have the same piloting skill as you, pilot.
essentially
Most
the way
you
this.
have.
Okay,
Most
guys.
I could have.
All right, guys. The way this works is that whoever rolled the lowest moves their ship first, and that was
20 and 21.
yeah. They have a good score. They did well. So you're going to move your ship first.
Damn the torpedoes! Full speed ahead.
How far can we move?
It's on their sheets. It's on your
It's
ship
not.
sheet.
8.
It's
Yeah,
on
speed.
Mine has
8.
nothing on it.
No, it didn't. No, we went over this
Mine's
last
all
week. NG, we went over this last week. Go to your journal page. There is a ship sheet in your journal page
Typing
that you
class.
open.
Oh,
Starships.
You click on that
Sorry.
and then go to character sheet, and it shows the info on the ship.
character
It's
sheet.
8
Okay.
plus the 2 that
So,
engineering
So we
gave.
have a
So
movement
you
of
can move-
10 right now.
10.
Yeah, you have a movement of 10 right now.
A movement of 10 just means I can move him.
50
10.
feet. You have a movement of
50
50
feet.
feet.
Hold on, I'll fix this.
Although,
We can shoot from here.
We can shoot from here, can we?
We can shoot our missiles from where we are right now.
Really?
but
Oh, what are the missiles range?
Why would I want to go closer then?
well,
So we can
we have
fire
short
everything.
range weapons.
Oh,
The
okay.
Yeah,
majority
our
of your
lasers
weapons
are
are
short.
ranged.
What's our least range weapon?
Short.
5
pixels.
tiles.
5 tiles.
So,
So
And
we could-
everything
we could-
you've you've got one starboard, one port weapon, and then you have
2 front.
2 weapons in your front.
Why does it say un?
Unit. It's just a generic. It's a generic thing. So you have one. That's what you're currently. That's what that is.
One
I-
un.
The ship's got a size 8 unit. It's a little above average.
I'll make it hex. That should work now. So it'll be 1 hex.
So do you guys want me to fly as close as possible then, so we can fire?
I say we just balls to the wall floor it, because my initial
All right.
plan didn't work. So just
Is there a blast radius on the missiles?
That,
full speed ahead, charge them. They'll never see it
Okay,
coming.
So you just went straight ahead for yours.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, then now they're going to maneuver.
That's why lowest
Yeah,
goes
that-
first.
Yeah, that's why.
And
Yeah, that's why Lois
and
goes
shoot
first.
the back of us. Actually, the
I'm
back
just
is
gonna-
not too bad shielded. It's the
We-
starboard and
Yeah, but
port.
we don't have any guns at the back.
Yep. The helm during the helm phase, science officer can go. By the way.
Oh, okay. I would like to let me pull this back up. I would like to take the opportunity to lock on to the smaller ship.
Okay.
You lock your starship's targeting systems on one enemy vessels. You spend 1 resolve point and attempt a computer check.
Okay.
Is that
what
personal
this?
resolve or is that like ship resolve?
That's personal resolve.
And
For-
this is grip, so I don't care about his resolve.
Yes.
If
So
you succeed, your starship's gunners get a +2 bonus to gunnery checks
On that
against
ship.
the target for the rest of the round.
Okay.
So I make you make up a DC for me, then I make a computer check as grip.
All right. I have one in. I have one in mind. So, what's the actual? What's it say for the recommended DC algorithm?
15 plus the tier of the target ship plus its bonus from defensive countermeasures.
Defensive countermeasures. Defensive
It's like
countermeasures.
base 15 DC is intense.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard because you're trying. Basically, you're locking on to something that doesn't want to be locked onto. Okay, so it was base DC plus ship's tier, was it?
Plus tier plus its bonus to defensive.
Okay, roll the die.
Roll the
I'm
thing.
not gonna.
Roll
not
the
gonna
thingy.
work, guys. This ain't gonna work.
What did you roll?
Griff rolled a 17.
17.
17. Okay.
Which means if the only way we could succeed that on that DC is if the ship's bonus was to defense was 1.
You succeed.
Yeah, shoot the little bastard.
So you've targeted the little ship, is what you're
The
saying.
little ship. So the gunners get a +2 to their rolls
On that ship.
on the little one.
On that
But this
ship.
is like fighting a boss. You take out the mobs first.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just gonna.
I always take out the big guy.
Crossbones as the message there.
Well,
Okay.
I'd be really interested when we go to play Path of Exile then.
Yeah. All right. So that's what the science officer does, and that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, that's the end of your helms phase.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it's the big guy. Big guy is going to. Big guy is going to. he's going to 1 turn. Two,
How do we turn?
3. You have to move a certain distance. You have good maneuverability, I think, which means you have to move 1 tile before you can turn.
I would like to use my captain's action to taunt the pilot of the fighter craft.
Okay. Let me
During the helm
resolve.
phase.
Yeah, let me resolve this big guy first, and then you can do the fighter craft. So that was 1. So that's 1 turn, 2, 3, 4.
We're all gonna die.
They're going for rip.
Okay, that's the end of his. Do your taunt before I move the.
Okay,
The
I'm gonna
fighter?
open up the comm panel and direct it at the little guy, and I'm just gonna be like, let's see. You failed to respond to my last message. I'm deleting you from my contacts.
Why is he the captain?
That was Max in character, like from the weapons desk, like.
Why is he the captain?
What'd you say?
Okay.
I'll take you down, Shay.
And I have to make an intimidate check.
Oh, for fuck!
Oh no,
Really?
you're gonna be bad at this because we're robots.
I have to make an intimidate check.
Which is your dump
I believe,
stat.
I believe
This
it's
is your-
any. I think it's any charisma check made against non-mechs take a -2.
Yep.
So that would give me. I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh!
Ho! Not bad.
That's a 14. Then.
I
I rolled a goddamn 18. 18 -4.
Okay. You do so.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
If I succeed, the target enemy character ship acting during the selected phase, which is Helm, takes -2 penalty to all checks for 1d4 rounds, and the penalty increases to -4 if the enemy's check is part of a push action.
Just keep talking. You'll be fine. Of course, you made
Off
it.
what it says.
Yeah, you say it, but you don't get a reply or anything.
Oh, I didn't expect him to. I deleted from my contacts and blocked the number.
Oh, yes. Okay, so the fighter's going to do a stunt.
Interesting.
He rolled that, and he gets how much of a bonus to that? Yeah, he
-2.
passed. He passed that quite a bit. Even with a -2, he would have been fine. So, so that's 1, 2, 3. I don't think you need a pass check for that. He did the back off stunt. So he did a piloting check to just reverse the ship backwards. At half a speed.
Hit him with the missiles.
And let's see here, since this can be done at any time during the turn, they don't have that, so never mind. That is the end of the helm phase. And I think at the end of the helm phase we go to gunnery phase. Gunnery phase.
Just so
Okay.
you know,
The starships fire in the same order that that their pilots went.
So now
but the
we
way,
fire.
but all the actions, but it's essentially treated that all of the damage is not taken into account until the end of the phase, so that everyone fires. Even if you kill a ship during a phase and you know you killed it, they still get a fire before they die. Is what it was. Is what it is. So, yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead. So it's the gunner's turn, and this you choose your own way of going. Who wants to go first and everything.
just so you know, the big ship is within our starboard arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, do you
Yeah.
want to focus on the big ship? I'll try and take out the fighter.
Sure. You can go first.
So, okay, if I fire, we're not in 5 anymore. So, if I fire the missiles at the fighter,
And you get +2.
I get more than plus
Yeah.
2.
Mr.
Well, you get a
Oh,
plus
you
2
get
on top.
on
of
top of
everything.
whatever you
Yeah.
whatever you roll. You get a plus 2.
So do I roll whatever the gunnery thing says to hit this thing? Gunnery check.
Gunnery check is a D20 plus your bonus.
In either piloting or base attack, which is the same for me.
Yeah, and you get bonuses from the ship's computer system. By the way, you guys have a Mark 1 computer with a duo node, which means 2 actions during your turn will receive a bonus. It's your choice though of +1. But you have to make that. You have to say, okay, I'm going to use the computer for this +1 on this action or roll. Okay.
Yeah. Use the computer for this attack on the fighter. We want this to hit.
The gunner's dexterity modifier.
If you're shooting with the missile, you're targeting the enemy ship's target lock rating, not their AC. So you're targeting TL, but that doesn't matter to you. I'm just pointing that out.
So I've got to add base attack bonus, my dex modifier, the +2 we've got from lock on, and then do we want anything else? Because currently that's a 1d20 plus 11.
Do we want to say yeah?
Do we want to add the computer
take the
stats on it?
Just take the 11.
And you're targeting with the micro missile battery.
Yep.
I think that one has a special rule, by the way. I'm just going to check that.
Oh, okay.
For you.
Before I hit enter.
Where's base attack? Where do you see base attack?
It's what you got from your. It's on your character sheet next to like your saves. Base attack bonus should be 1 for you guys since you're first level. So that's an array. So a micro missile is an array weapon. An array weapon fires at all targets within a single arc.
It's ranks / the bonus modifier, not the actual total. Okay. So
the gunner attempts a single gunnery. The gunner takes a single gunnery check for the target area against each target in the firing arc, starting with those closest to the ship. Each gunnery tech takes a -4 penalty, which stacks with any other penalties. Roll damage only once for all targets. So essentially, what you're doing is basically the micro missile battery is the Macross missiles. Like it's firing in an arc. It's firing in the forward arc of the ship. So whatever you're gonna roll, do a -4 on top of that after you roll it. Because it's basically you're just firing at the arc.
So you want me to roll it and then
it will apply it afterwards just to see what happens.
So let me just double check my base attack bonus and stuff. It is definitely
Base attack should be 1.
Yeah,
Should be.
and so is my piloting bonus, so it's the same. Cool. So I've got a 1d20 +1 +4 +2 at the moment.
All right.
From the lock on. Do we want to throw the extra +1 from?
Put the computer on it because the modifier for the computer says per round, and this is basically the end of the round. So you'll take 1, Royce will get 1.
Well, there's still Royce's shots on the bigger ship.
Yeah, you'll get 1.
Yeah, but
he'll get 1.
Yeah, you can do 2.
There's 2 per round.
So it's that,
and then the round resets.
And a -4 on that means you rolled a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So,
rolled a fucking 2.
Max targets the ship, and by the way, the micro missile battery only has 5 shots in it before it's used up. You target the small ship with your micro missile battery. It's this pod of missiles, of these little tiny missiles, and you fire one of the stacks, and it just coats fire in the forward arc of your ship, and this little fighter is like bobbing and weaving around these little missiles and does not get hit as it's reversing. It's just kind of lazily going backwards. You do not hit it.
No shit, I rolled a
shocker.
Yeah. This is now the other gunner. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Gonna fire the
one option.
Yeah. I'm just working out the gunner check. So base attack. Yeah.
It'd be good right now to probably have like a little notepad to shorthand off this so you know it in the future if you're gonna stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't get any bonuses from the captain or science officers.
No.
Not on.
But I'm taking 1 from the computer.
Yeah, you're taking 1 from the computer because you have a duo node, which means you have 2 of these bonuses.
I think this is correct.
You're firing the laser?
Yeah.
And you're firing it at the
The big ship.
The big ship. That's the only one within range.
The big ship. You do not hit. You strike out with a lance of red energy, and it doesn't catch. Like the ship's like doing like a little lazy Susan to the side. And you just kind of you target where it was. It misses. It barely missed, but it missed.
Brace for
Okay.
impact.
So now we're going with this guy. This guy is going to target.
Brace for impact.
But I
He's
just
going
said
to target you. He is at short
Prepare to be
range.
boarded.
He's at short range, so this is a gunnery check. Gunnery check.
Bad start.
Yeah, so you got some bad rolls there. Max should have hit that, but
yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
you had a lot of bonuses in place there. That was a good use of the captain's or the science officer's ability. So let's check that 1d20.
I mean, I
that
can
one
do
was
the
gonna be
exact
harder
same
to
roll
hit.
again next time, so it's fine. Hashtag Dex Monkey. All Dex and no flex.
That make
Huh?
it said all decks, no flex.
Yeah. I haven't.
My character in Aces and 8 was all sex, no anything.
What is your ship's AC value?
14.
14. So that's okay. The large ship that you initially it seems to be the mothership of this fighter. Like comes up, steadies itself for a second, and right underneath its nose there seems to be this long, almost cannon-like protrusion, and it lets out a gout of green energy in a ball that is pulsating with energy, and
Torpedo.
Completely wiped out the ship.
It goes straight past you and like skims the underside of your shields. It does not make an impact or anything, but it barely misses you and it explodes on the other side of the ship. That is from the rocking of the ship. That is a very powerful, potentially very powerful weapon. That they just fired at you.
Okay, we need to turn the frontal weapons to that, I think.
And the other one is going
fighting.
to. Let's see here. The other one.
I have a feeling the one good hit on the fighter will not take it out.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think we can take that with the.
Well,
broadside.
the science officer can scan things to figure out what the other ships are if he wants to.
Yeah, but instead I gave you a bonus.
I gave you a
to hit
bonus
that
that you wasted.
motherfucker.
So he's gonna do. Okay, he's gonna target you with this. That is just double check. I'm keeping track of 2 ships right now, so give me a second. And the ship sheet isn't necessarily all that good. That is Coil, I think. Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna do that. Okay. Your AC is what again?
14.
14.
14. Okay. The fighter lets loose almost like a machine gun, but it's not firing chemicals. This seems to be some sort of coil or rail gun that's firing, and
I love that the fight has
but
longer range
rapid-
guns than we do.
But
Yeah,
rapid
really.
fire, it's just like but just of magnetic slugs at you to your forward arc.
He has a fucking coil gun, doesn't he?
This does 10 damage.
Holy shit!
So that
We only
first
have
goes to your
shields.
shields.
That's all our shields gone.
That's all your shields gone, and then you take 7. I think it's 7 damage to your. Well, the armor negates one of those as well. I think. Yeah, so it would negate 1, so your armor goes down by 1, so you take 6 damage to the ship's HP, and your forward shields are gone.
Well, shit.
Abandoned ship.
How much damage did it do to us?
10
6.
total.
So so we took six damage.
So 6
Well,
on the
that's-
40.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 of 40. What's your critical? What's your CT?
8.
8.
Okay, you're good. That's your critical threshold. If you take more than that, if you take that amount of damage in one hit, then you take a critical damage, which can do things to you.
And then I gotta run around trying to fix shit.
And then you gotta patch shit.
Then I gotta try and fix shit.
And he's only got one gunner, so okay, and that is the end of the gunnery phase. We now start this on the engineering phase, and all of the previous bonuses and stuff, unless otherwise stated, are gone. So your targeting bonus and your speed and everything reset for this one. So we are now on engineering.
Okay, so our shields are fucked. I need to fix that.
Yes, diverting power to the shields might actually help. I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna divert power to the shields.
Because shields, it doesn't recharge a couple of points if you divert power
5%.
Yeah, restore to 5% of your PCU rating.
And you have a PCU rating of like 75, don't you?
Yeah.
So that'd be 5% of 75 is how many you get. 4, yeah, which means you'd go back up to full.
Awesome. I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna try to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
Yeah, it says so.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna say that's a yes. You successfully are able to divert some of the power from non-essential systems to the shield emitters, and you're able to get the main. You're able to get the forward shields back up to full.
I calm the quote unquote captain of the ship and say frontal shields are back to full.
I wasn't freaking out.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you a status report.
Status.
Okay, and they're gonna do that for that round, and they do have a captain, so why don't he's gonna do? What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? Okay. The enemy captain is going to taunt you. He's gonna select. He's gonna select. Well, actually, never mind. He's gonna do that. He's gonna do that next round, or the next.
Gonna
phase.
cut in
'Cause I have
half
to
a
choose.
toaster and go there, androids.
All right. I now need NG. You need to make a piloting check.
Okie dokie. A piloting check. Piloting check. Check. A piloting check.
Wow.
All right, there you go. I'm talking about. That's why I signed him to the con position.
Right.
He's a good pilot. See.
My profession is literally pilot. Am I meant to click the ship, Roach, before I do that?
No, you don't.
It wouldn't
need
make a
to.
difference. Okay.
No, it wouldn't make a difference. Okay, so the first one to move is going to be the enemy fighter craft.
That's
enough.
good. That's what I want.
Yes, it is good.
Because I have a cunning plan.
The captain of the enemy ship, though, on the Fang... one, you don't know that, never mind. On the other ship is going to...
It's a Fang
On the
class
thing
ship.
here.
is going to get...
Coming back
God
to me
damn
now.
it!
It's a
God
Fang
damn
class
it!
ship.
That's so good. It's doing so good. By the way, Ben, remember, science officer during the helm phase.
Oh, right, science officer in the helm phase. Okay. Well, I'm gonna wait to see what they do before I call out what I'm gonna do.
The enemy captain is going to intimidate, or is going to taunt your pilot. So he's going to do intimidate against you. He has a okay. That that means he is going to successful in the phase. Okay, NG.
Yes.
You are going to take a -2 penalty for any check you take during this round from here on forward.
What? Why?
Because he succeeded his bluff check.
Son of a bitch.
You hear a message over the open comm system, and it's like, surrender now. We have you outnumbered. This shakes P6 to the core.
I'm gonna look over at P6 and just go, he is technically correct.
Yeah, yeah, that doesn't help either. NG, you're actually going to take this negative penalty you're going to take this for 3 rounds.
Look over. I thought you said you deleted their number and blocked them.
It's in the open. I can't block them. I don't have a block list.
No, I blocked the little one. I don't know the number for the big one, but I can block them now.
So mark that down, NG. You take a -2 penalty to any checks for the next 3 rounds. So -2 for 3 rounds. Okay.
So does that include when we're doing like for who goes first?
Yep.
Yes. I forgot about it after we did that. I should have done it at the beginning of the round because technically the captain can go at any time, including before. But whatever. So he's going to do that, and now it's the fighter's movement turn. It's the fighter's movement, and he is going to go. He's not going to do anything fancy. He's going to do a 1 turn 2.
When you said 3 rounds, does that include this round?
Yep. Turn. Okay.
In other words, NG, you've been severely hampered.
Yeah, alright, so he makes that movement, and now this ship is going to try not to crash into you.
Ah!
So he's got that movement, but he's actually got a good turning arc.
Does it take 1 movement point to turn?
No, the way it works is I think you're good. You have a good movement rating, right?
Yeah.
Your maneuverability is
Yeah.
good. What that means, see that little 1 next to the word there? That means you must move 1 hex to move 1 facing.
Right, okay. So it's like
See,
a combined thing.
Yeah.
As long
so
as you
you,
do
so
this,
if
you can do that. Sort of.
Yeah. So that's so he's gonna do a 1. 2.
Huh, so he's flying away. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's trying to get behind us.
All right,
Please turn
and
to
that's
face
that's the end of their turn. That's the end of their movement. Go ahead, NG.
I'm gonna do a stunt. I'm gonna do something
Alright.
snazzy.
What are you doing?
I'm
You're doing
gonna
a
turn in
stunt
place.
now that you've got a -3 to
No,
ability check.
it's fine. I'm doing turn in place. It doesn't have any roll.
Oh, you're just turning in place.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn it. All of
That's
them
a
are like things
mighty
you have to
stunt.
roll. So all of them are things you have to roll apart from this one. So it's the only safe one.
Yeah, but we take a -4 penalty to our AC.
No, because ours has good maneuverability.
Yeah.
So actually,
So
ours
seven.
gets no penalty at all. See, I checked out.
okay.
I'm a pilot. Come on, Chris. I'm the pilot here. I know what I'm doing.
Come on,
Gotta
Royce.
trust him.
He's a pilot.
I
He knows
read
what he's
this
doing.
stuff.
He's been studying the manual
Okay.
this whole time.
I don't trust
I just
anyone.
control stars. I'm sorry.
All
As
right,
he's doing
so-
this, I'm going to target the larger ship's engines.
Are you, or is the
The
science
science
officer?
officer.
Okay, so you're targeting the engines. So what does that entail? What is your?
I gotta roll a computer's check,
Okay.
and let's see.
What's the recommended first number of the DC? Like the base
15.
number? Okay, go ahead.
We'll
We'll see if you get it first.
Oh, okay. Let's fucking do that.
Yeah. No. Is there any associated critical problem with
No.
that? Okay, so he's trying to target it, but now it's in the rear arc of the of your sensors. It's really hard to get a good lock on. So NG, you said turn in place. So where are you turning to?
I'm gonna turn to face the big one.
The big one. So you're just
I
turning.
don't know how. How do I turn it? Do I just out there? Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't think I've given you guys control of this, but I can if I needed to. I think I can.
I can click on it.
You can. Okay, good. Yeah. No. Yeah, because the typing that's associated with your character sheet anyways. So that should work. So yeah. Okay. So you've turned that direction. It is now, and that's the end of the helm phase. So that is now. Why'd you turn that way? You're. Who's turning it?
Who's turning the ship?
Well, doing this doesn't really work when two of the people don't have webcams, so I can't really.
That wasn't me.
All right.
Okay. At the start of the gunnery phase, I'm gonna demand who's on the forward firing arc right now.
Me.
So I'm gonna turn to you, Max, and I'm just gonna go fire everything.
Hold
And
on.
I'm gonna use the.
What was my stat?
Oh boy.
Soon. He hates androids.
I know.
You have to think though. This is life or death situation, Max.
Okay, yeah.
Is your prejudice worth? Is prejudice worth your life?
I just know what I'm thinking. That's cool.
Okay.
I like that I'm now playing Coswin.
I grant a +4 bonus to one specific check by succeeding an intimidation check.
Can you wait on this? Because you actually don't fire until the end of this round. They're going to go first.
So that's
So it doesn't-
adds on to his shot.
Yeah, but I'm
It'll
saying it
add on
doesn't
to
really
his
matter.
shot when he shoots.
I'm saying the damage is taken simultaneously, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just saying until I'm all right. Go ahead.
Of course, it
Go
matters. It adds +4 to him hitting.
ahead. Yeah, I'm saying you can wait until he actually goes, because you guys aren't going to take your checks until after all these guys go. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm just
Fine.
just getting this out of the way now.
All right. Go ahead.
I gotta intimidate you into firing. All right.
What do you
all
need to surpass?
right. A lot.
What's the base DC of that?
It's 15. Everything's 15.
The base DC
All right. What's
of
the
that
actual? What's the
50.
actual? So what's the formula for that? Does it have a? Is it associated with ship's tier at all? If it doesn't, if it doesn't associate ship's tier in any way, then it's fine.
15 +2 times your ship's tier.
But, okay, yeah, just go ahead. I got that. I'm keeping a mental.
If he's trying to intimidate me, though, surely my charisma modifier comes in.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's basically I'm intimidating you into doing something I want you to do, and you don't get to resist.
All right, roll it.
Oh, that's the wrong. That's grip. I'm not grip.
Did you just...
It's another 2. That's another 2. Is what that was. That was another
Fucking
2.
0. Okay.
And that's not even a critical failure.
No, it's
No.
not even a critical failure. That's just his natural roll. Okay, so you actually rolled a 0 on a d20. That's essentially.
Wow.
That's why I got that emoji made up.
Yeah. Okay. So, the little ship is going to do. The little ship is going to make a.
A little ship that could.
She's gonna make the same. She's gonna make the same roll against you. You have the same AC because your good maneuverability. You didn't take a negative
That's a
4
great
for that.
face.
So he's gonna take that. So he's gonna do.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh wow. Okay.
We're
The same
fucked.
thing. The same thing happens where these little magnetic shots are coming towards you, but it's like it didn't expect you to
Not
move. So you take the turn in place, and it's shooting way off the side, like it misses you completely. Just didn't have time to adjust. And the big ship.
That
That's
couldn't.
proof that it's not just my character, it's me.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I rolled a
big-
1 and a 2 on 2 separate characters.
The big ship is going to. It's gonna do the same. It's gonna fire that because that's all it really can do. So he's gonna target you, and you're within 4, correct? Or you're within 5? Yes. Okay. What's your AC?
14, isn't it? The ship.
14.
14. Ooh, okay. I don't get to use these dice a lot.
Uh-oh. There's a lot of dice there.
No, there's only 2, but they're the
They sound
least used
big.
type. They're the least used type of dice inside the set.
D12.
Maybe.
That's
We
a
explode.
That's a lot of damage. We're dead. That hit the critical threshold right
Oh,
there.
thanks. Thanks
You,
for watching.
You take 18 points of damage.
Oh, fucking hell.
So
I
that's
swear,
15.
I swear, I balanced this encounter. I swear, I didn't account for
That's-
you. I didn't account for you.
No, what you're meaning to say there is you didn't account for me.
I
Yeah.
didn't account for the unoptimal use of
How
of
much? How
positions.
much damage? Sorry.
18.
18.
18.
That was
So
almost half
three-
of our damage. Or
So
health.
3. Well, hold on. 3 goes through the shields. So the shields are now down. Then
Again.
1 is taken by the armor. So
14.
that goes. So 14. So you take 14
Guys,
damage.
One more hit, we're probably dead.
Yep.
Yeah. What's your critical?
8.
8. Okay, so that's 14. Okay, so you take 1 critical damage.
Shit.
Oh, and one more damage. Fine, lovely.
Well, no, that's so this has something.
Everything's on
I
fire.
think this is
Everything's
gonna
on
mean one of
fire.
our systems is going down probably.
So that
Probably
is-
guns.
Well, this
now.
was a fun experiment to play this game.
Yeah.
It was an interesting side jaunt.
That guy had a fun life.
Yeah. So that is 38.
So glad he never got to open up about his backstory.
Yeah, same. It's not like I've got
All right,
loads of
you're-
documents on backstory.
your port
A whole
your
page
your
myself.
your port light laser cannon is now glitching.
Okay, so Race isn't shooting anything this turn.
Port is left.
Yeah, which is the one that's now facing the
Which is
light
the
thing.
one
'cause
Which
we're
is
facing
which
down.
is right now. So,
Yeah.
God damn it.
So Royce,
So,
you're done.
So no, yeah.
Wait.
so
Does
essentially that
mean-
means hold on. So essentially that means hold on a second. So the glitching condition applies to all weapons on the port arc, which is a -2 penalty.
Oh, okay. Well,
So you take a -2 to any port weapon fire that you use
Okay.
during this turn.
How much damage have we done to them?
None.
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 Yeah.
Nobody's hit anything.
Um,
Okay.
My guy's gonna stand up.
What, and just get out.
My guy's gonna stand up and just walk out.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Yeah, he's going.
You're the
to
pilot of
emergency
this
pod.
ship right now.
You're the pilot. You can't do this.
He's making his way. He's making his way to the emergency
Okay.
pod.
No. Okay, it's Gunner's turn, right? I'm gonna aim a pistol at him and tell him to get back to his seat.
Get back in your chair, Mr.
So you're
Mr. D9.
you're pulling your commissar from the Imperial. Man.
Are
Get
you
back
an
in.
idiot? Can you see? We're going to be.
That's a
killed
23
here.
on intimidation. Sit the fuck down.
He just crit on intimidate.
You just wasted that crit. It could have gone to a gun.
Sit down.
To be fair, Ben,
even
I'd
there.
rather have a pilot right now.
I'm gonna say,
Dog, you're not even
you're
there.
Oh, I
not
know.
technically there.
I'm just saying. Max is just terrifying.
I can't get over the fact that now we're having a mutiny on board.
God damn
He wants to live.
it. Roach, you're gonna
That
kill us
idiot.
all.
The captain said to sit down. That's a mutiny, damn it.
We're
No, the captain did not
I
say
am
to
the
sit down.
captain.
No, the
Well,
gunner did. The gunner
technically.
with lots of guns told him to sit down.
Meanwhile,
I
Royce
like
is going to target the
Okay.
little fighter and shoot it.
Okay.
No, you're not.
With your
By the
glitched
way,
weapon.
you don't. By the way, you don't take that. No, he doesn't. You don't take that damage until the end of the
What?
round. So the glitch.
Oh yeah, it
effect,
doesn't affect until
the,
that's the next
the
round.
glitch effect is not going to affect this roll. So you'll have you'll have your roll.
So never mind.
Guys,
That doesn't-
guys,
that
what the
doesn't matter.
fuck?
Okay.
What the
Doesn't
fuck?
So,
And
so Roach. How fucked are we? I'm gonna ask completely
I am
honestly.
honest. Right now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. This encounter not only was balanced for you, this is in your favor by quite a bit.
We need to get off the
The
damn
enemy
fucking
ship
ship.
can destroy us in 2 hits.
No, that's the thing, though. He can't.
Yeah, you can.
No, he can't. Not on average.
He can physically. He could do in 2 rounds. He could do 48 damage, which is enough to destroy us.
Yeah, he did like 16 and 18.
Oh man.
By the way, guys, I'm just gonna be honest here. I think you might doing your gunnery checks a little bit wrong.
No.
Yeah, it does feel like something must be going wrong.
Well, I
Because
mean,
the,
when you're rolling
because-
2s, it doesn't matter.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Well, no, it might. Like the gunnery checks I'm getting here are a +5 for these NPC ships.
Yeah.
So,
I get
I'm
like
not-
I
a,
just rolled with like a +7 or something.
yeah.
but are
have-
you accounting for that? Because you just rolled a
Straight
one.
D20,
You just rolled a D20 plus 111.
Yeah, it should be his
And
base
I use the
attack
computer.
bonus. It should be base attack bonus.
Or the gunner's piloting skill, which is 1.
0.
Okay.
Okay.
And
And then the gunner's dex modifier. So for me, that's 4.
1.
and then
Alright.
any bonuses from computer systems plus
I-
bonuses from
I
the
just-
captain or science officer.
I just
Plus
assumed I was
range
using the
penalty.
computer. I don't know what the
Okay.
range penalty is.
We don't have. We're
We're-
not
we're
shooting
not-
out
we're
of our
not far
range,
enough
so that
away.
doesn't matter.
So
Right.
it's 1 + 1 + 1 from the
Plus one.
computer. So he's
Yeah.
rolling
Yeah,
correctly.
no.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He just
Okay.
rolled really shit.
Yeah, you just rolled really shit. All
He's
right,
rolling. We're rolling 2s here.
Yeah.
I know. Ben, stop rubbing off on us. You're gonna get us killed.
So, Max, I'm gonna say you still get
I
a
am
shot.
not running off on.
I hope I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you
Max,
still get a
if-
shot.
Because
Midge.
hey, I'm a dual
Midge,
weapons
if you get
fighter.
me
I literally
killed,
just
Midge.
held my gun up while I was looking at the computer still.
Yeah,
Midge,
you're
if you
just
get me
bashing the
killed,
screen.
I'm gonna be upset. I could have got away and lived.
No, you you have an unpowered. It's a life pod. It's meant to. It just holds air. That's what it's meant for. It's like,
R2D2 went in a life pod and they were
Okay,
okay.
He's
okay.
a synthetic.
all right,
Okay.
all right, Max.
Not synthetic.
Okay, statistically, because I'd know this, what would do more damage to this ship in front of me, the missiles or the laser?
Missiles 2d6, cannons 2d4.
So
Okay.
you have it's the same low ceiling, but you have the missiles have a much higher ceiling.
Okay, so it'd be better to hit it with the missile straight on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm aiming with the missile, so that is another. That's got -4 on the end. Is that right?
Yeah, -4 after you compute everything up together.
Actually,
And don't
no.
forget-
Then
don't
I'm
forget to
I'm gonna go with the lasers then, so I don't have the -4
Okay.
because that would remove my entire dex modifier, so it'd only be a +2 in total, which isn't great in the situation we're in. I'd rather have the
go.
+6 on the lower
the
damage.
missile's really just for a massed enemy. Like if you have two
Yeah.
next to each other in the same arc, you can hit both of them for the same
15.
thing. 15? That's on the big guy?
Mm-hmm.
That's with the laser, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hit.
Oh my god.
Finally.
2d4, you
Beautiful.
say?
Yep.
Yeah, 2d4.
5 damage.
We don't make it through their shields.
Our damage ceiling is 8. His damage ceiling is 28.
And there was no way out of this.
It's not 28, it's 24.
Encounter.
Our damage
Yeah.
ceiling is
oh,
12,
oh.
technically,
Uh,
if we fire the
So
missiles
you
and
do.
get 2
Hold on,
sixes.
guys. The crosstalk's making it hard to concentrate here for a second. So you do 5 there. Okay.
We don't get any like bonuses to damage anywhere, do we?
Not unless it states that.
No, we should have a +1 to piloting though.
Yes, I think. What? What are you specifically? What are you talking about?
Yeah, under the modifiers in the ship, it says +1 to piloting.
Yeah, you get a +1 to your piloting skill because of the
Does that
engines,
count as rank? Because if so, we should also have +1s to all our
No,
shooting.
it's
Okay.
just for the piloting check.
Just wondering.
Okay, you you target the enemy ship with a bolt of red energy with the laser cannon. A bolt of red energy shoots out, strikes the shields, and bleeds through onto the ship itself. You even see some bits of the armor melting and going into the actual substructure.
Okay.
You know, the gunners do also have actions too. They can fire multiple weapons. Just pointing it out.
What?
Yeah, you might want to check.
Yeah,
Check
it
your-
was like fire everything or something, and you fire all
That's
the weapons
why I
in that arc.
literally screamed fire everything.
Yeah.
I don't have that on my, by the looks of it, on the page I'm using. Range and arc.
It's
gunnery
there.
Check. Where?
I saw it.
Where?
It's in the actions for gunners. Okay, so that's the end of
It's
that
fire
round.
at will.
Fire at will. Yeah,
Where?
that's the end of that
You
round.
got a
And now we
page
have
number, Crimson.
324, right
we now
under
have
gunner
the
action.
engineering phase.
So, meanwhile, in the engineering, the Ratman is running around in circles screaming, "Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck."
Yeah. By the way, that hit tossed the ship around for a bit.
Everything's on fire!
Yeah.
Oh, it's a separate section for action. Right, okay.
All right. So you are. So what are you doing for your engineering phase?
I'm checking what I can do.
All right. Well, you have a glitching weapon system right now on
Right.
the port side, and that's about. You have a glitching weapon system on the port side, and your forward shields are out.
I'm gonna pitch this to this crew. What should we fix? The gun or the shield?
This is you doing your thing.
No, there's no time limit.
There's
on
no
here,
time limit,
okay?
and I have a comm link.
There is no set
Shield.
amount of time that a turn takes place in, so you guys can cross talk a bit.
Shields will at least make it us live a little longer.
I'm not going to interject my opinion. I think as the engineer, you should decide.
Okay. Fair
This
enough.
is meant to be collaborative.
One abstain, one for shields. Midge and Perry.
We lose our shields every round.
Yeah, but they are also soaking up some damage.
It soaks 3 damage.
It still soaks through. It's more than.
But that's we've only lost frontal, right? No, we've lost
Yes.
side right now.
No,
Front.
No, we've only lost frontal.
Yeah, okay, put frontal shields.
Okay, Perry. Okay, Perry's dead. Oh, nope, no, he's alive.
No, I just my guy just. Fine.
Okay, so we are going to repair frontal shields, or try at least.
I'm trying to find the damn thing. Wish there was an actual cheat sheet for ship actions.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
I'm
I
doing
might-
diverting.
So that's DC 10 plus. Yeah, you're able to do that.
Oh, thank God, our shields are back up.
Okay, so yeah, your forward
Hold
shield's
it
back up to
together.
3. Back up to 3. The enemy does not have an engineer, so they can't do anything in that turn. Captain, are you wanting to do anything? Because you can start. You can do things on engineering phase. So I'm gonna ask every phase.
I'll interject when I want to do something.
Okay. All right. Then I will not do that.
We're all gonna die.
Okay. And that's. Well, actually, they can do something. Yeah. No, they can't do that. Okay. So that is no longer in effect for them. And now we go on to the piloting check. NG, remember, you get a -2 because of you're intimidated, but the ship itself
-3.
gives you a. No, it's -2. He has it for 3 rounds.
Oh.
So
Yep.
now it's 2 rounds. But you get a -2 to your piloting check, or any checks actually you take. But you get a +1 because the ship gives you a natural +1. You should
We're at -1.
So you're at a -1 right now. So go ahead. We're doing this for the initiative of this round.
Okay.
Okay, you rolled a 13.
Wait, it says in my pilot now it's 5. I'm sure it was 4.
Did you do
How did
something?
that change? No, I definitely have not, because I've only
Well, then
got
it's-
one added point in there. Automatically?
Okay. One added
You
in
must
there.
have added the +1.
No, it wouldn't have. One added in there, then you had the...
Huh.
Put a rank into it. You're trained in it.
Then when I said it was 4, then 4 must have been wrong. It must have been 5. Huh,
Yeah,
for some
must
reason I
have
thought
been
it was 4.
Okay, so the first one to go is the large ship. They just lost their shields. They did not get a chance to go back, so they are going to do... They're going to... Up 1, turn 2, 3, 4, 5...
Chase. Give chase, NG. Give chase.
I'm gonna run away.
Yeah.
Remember,
Can
we
we
don't
just-
have any backwards facing guns.
Can we just fly off the map and
We'll
run
just
away?
brake check him.
Actually, that's back there.
Right,
Road.
bastards.
Okay, they do that.
Means if I
now
fly
it's-
off the map.
Then we just move. Then we just move the tokens over a little bit. This is.
Damn.
Space!
It's
Space,
tricky.
it's not a
The final
finite place.
frontier.
Yeah, it's not. It's not like there's walls at the edge of this. Now it's your turn, or it's your movement and your guys' science officers' turn for you guys. So.
Well, should probably just do the turn thing again. Because
I'm going to target the larger one's engines. I don't want them getting away.
You know, maybe scanning these guys will give you some information on.
Maybe
on
moving
them.
the ship
the hell?
also would
What
be
is
a
that
good
going to
idea.
help?
Maybe
Well,
you know
how
their,
would-
maybe you know their weapon arcs. That might be good.
Where the weak
Well, we
spots
can-
might be.
Yeah, things like that.
know.
No, that's not helpful information. If all we need to do is shoot them.
Yeah, but if there's a place where we can shoot them and take them out in one hit rather than 7, I'm all for that.
Maybe
That's
a weak
not
spot
how
in
that
the
works.
Shields.
That's not the
Yeah,
information I
well,
would
when
gain
you
from
do
that.
at most 12 damage,
Well,
would
now
only
they're
help on
next
the
to
little-
each other, so if we face them, I can fire missiles and hit both of them with just the missiles.
or you can fire everything and fire both of them.
That's a minus.
Fire both weapons in that arc.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if I used my science officer action to scan the larger ship, I could figure out like what its AC, we need to hit it, but we already know that information.
Do we?
Yeah, we hit it with a 15, so somewhere around there. And using that action to scan him is not going to, and getting that and garnering that information is not going to as really help anything. When I could give a bonus to actually hitting him.
Up to you guys.
Or just saying you could improve countermeasures.
No,
Oh
I
no,
can't.
that's 12 computers.
No,
Never mind.
I cannot. Well, Grip is going to be targeting their engines again.
Big guys' engines.
It doesn't matter.
Ugh, you got to be kidding me.
You just rolled another one on that same type of check.
Yep.
Exact
Same
same
check.
check. The same. I'm just adding this onto the failure. It's you guys. It's uncanny, right?
Yeah.
All right, so
Almost as bad as Will Wheaton,
NG.
then.
I
NG,
feel like
what are
I'm
you
worse than Will Wheaton.
Nah, no one's worse than Will Wheaton.
So, NG, what are you doing?
So when it comes to moving the ship, like how much does it cost to do like a turn like that?
You have to move. Okay. Well, I've said this a couple of times, but maybe you weren't paying attention. On the ship, on the ship sheet, there is a thing that says maneuverability. You currently list right now for your ship maneuverability good. 1. The 1 next to there is how many tiles you have to move before you can turn one facing of a hex.
So what you
Okay.
just did, you'd have
So
to move
one-
one
oh.
as well.
No. Okay, you were right here. This is where you were at the start of the round. So you will have to move
Yeah.
down one, then you can turn a hex.
And then turn. And then you can move one again. Turn.
Yes.
Like that.
One.
You turn like backwards.
One facing.
No,
How-
just one facing.
One facing. That would be two facings. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. I could go here. Here.
And then turn one more.
Well,
Are you?
To,
Yeah.
to turn one more to face him.
Face them.
We have
I
most
know.
guns in front.
I know. I was just thinking about whether to go one more and turn, and whether I could get it without the small one being able to see me. But does the big one block the small one now? Can he not see us? Or...
No, this is not to scale. There is.
This is space.
It's also
I know. I'm
three-dimensional.
saying though, he could still be at that same level though. Even if you're in space, sometimes you can't shoot. You still can't shoot past something.
It's
in front of you.
No, he can still see. He can still see.
Okay,
The,
that's what I was saying. So I
Like
was
not
thinking
block,
about doing like, you could go like that. Then the little one can't shoot us.
No matter where we are, but the other one's better because it means we're actually in the arc. Yeah, that's good.
You know an arc there?
Yeah.
There
'Cause you
there
can see-
is,
you can
but
see it.
we can hit their like more rear side.
Side.
Than,
Yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense. No, I just want to make sure like I'd rather just us not get hit because like I say we have such low health. That's the only thing I'm thinking about most importantly.
Well, also remember that the little ship's going to move now, so he can go wherever he wants.
yeah, little ship's gonna move.
But
Little
also-
ship is,
it's fine. Little ship is a bitch.
what? Mitch?
And we're gonna probably have to call it after this round so that me and Roach and NG can get a recording in
Yeah.
because it's about 10:40 now.
What were you gonna say, Midge? Before we
No,
finish
no,
this
no,
off?
no. I'm not giving you any extra information right now, Roach.
Right up.
Fuck
Okay.
you, God.
Oh,
Fuck
because
you.
he's about to move the small ship. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You might
So
try
it's
and.
gonna go.
No, no, NG, don't go there.
Man, that's about all I can really do. Yeah, that's it. And now
Just so I
we are-
remember, gunners control one weapon system, right?
Well, yeah, they can shoot one weapon system during a turn unless there's an action they take that does something
Okay.
else.
So we can both fire from the front arc, right?
Yes, you could. Yeah, if you wanted to.
Okay, so now that we're in the shooty doodle, I'm going to use encourage on Max, and I'm going to encourage him by just walking up behind him on the console and start rubbing his shoulders.
All right. What do you got?
There you go. You
This
see,
works
it
like
feels good.
aid.
See.
This works like aid other, granting a +2 bonus to the check required by a crew action if I succeed a DC 10 check using the same skill.
All right.
So what was
Oh,
what skill?
It skills gunnery, so you got to make a DC 10 gunnery check.
What's gunnery pulled from?
That's
Dex.
One
Dex.
plus dex
So make
D20
your roll-
plus
plus-
base attack.
Make your dex check. Make a dex check. Yeah, make a DC 10. Okay. So you get a
All
what
right,
is it,
so
plus
I
2?
walk up behind you and I just start rubbing your shoulders. I just go,
Royce, would you prefer missiles or laser?
this.
It doesn't matter.
Fine, I'll take the missiles then. It does
Alright,
because of bonuses.
Well,
So
then
got-
you take the missiles. You get more bonuses.
So you got a +4. Well, you got a 4. You have 4 of these missiles left. 4 missile stacks left. So this will be number 2. So go ahead and actually hold it. It would be the big ship first gets their gunnery check first, but they don't have anything in your arc, so it's your turn.
Yeah. So what was the minus on missiles again? Sorry.
4.
4.
Okay.
But you're gonna make a check for both ships.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, because they're both in your forward arc.
Okay. So if I I'll roll it and then we'll calculate the -4 afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, makes it easier.
So big ship,
That's-
little ship.
That's
Cardboard box.
Okay.
Damn it.
So the first one you rolled a 21 minus 4, so you got a 17. These are missiles, so that's against their TL instead of their AC. So yeah, you hit. And the little one you do not hit. So the big one you hit, roll your damage.
Hang on, I had. What did we have for targeting engines? I think I missed a modifier.
He didn't succeed that. He
Oh,
rolled.
Yeah,
right,
you
okay.
failed
never
that. That's that big
So-
red 8.
So it's 2d6.
Okay.
It's not plus any modifiers or anything.
Nope.
6.
6. You hit the.
That's 6 damage into the whatever arc we're facing.
Check.
Off the...
Big or little one?
Big.
That's the starboard one. So that's 6. Take that one down. So. Okay, you fire out these missiles across this field, and although the small ship's just too quick, you can't get a good bead on it. The
Bit of bastard.
the big ship seems to be kind of making rethinking its strategy here after getting kind of booped in the nose, and
Like a
Snoot boop.
shark.
it gets to get booped in the snoot, and you capitalize that and fire into its starboard shields with these missiles, and they hit straight on, and the missiles just melt away and hit the actual bare hull of the ship, and seem to do a good amount of damage to it.
Royce, expose that weakness. Hit it with the laser.
Right. I'm gonna try this.
Oh,
There you go.
Finally.
There we go.
Oh
It's
yeah.
beautiful. It's so
Okay, you're
beautiful.
targeting the big ship, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Well, we're out of range
Oh.
of the little ship with the
Two.
laser.
Yeah.
2d4.
2d4. Go ahead.
There we go.
Ooh, yeah. Okay, there are no shields to soak this up. So that is. If the ship could be bloodied, it is.
So I have a question about the critical tolerance.
Okay,
Does that mean from one hit or all the hits?
one hit. One hit.
Okay.
So one thing has to do. So actually, shit. Haha! You did that. Actually, thank you for mentioning that. The big ship
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
the big ship takes a critical hit, which goes. That is 41, and since it only has one weapon system, that's a weapons array, so it's forward glitching. So your shot, a red lance of energy shoots out from the front of your freighter and catches the nose of this enemy ship, and seems to hit the weapon mount. And although it doesn't seem to damage it too badly, it's definitely damaged, at least externally you can see. So it did damage not only the ship but the weapon itself.
Good
Leans
shot,
over
Royce.
to high
By
five
the,
Max.
by the way, who has the biggest? Who's the? I would say. Whoever wants to can make an.
Oh, we really do need to wrap it up, though. Time crunch.
I know. I'm just doing this for next week, so you guys can think of this. For anybody who wants to, can make an engineering check for knowing what the weapon that hit you was. That were on the bridge. Okay. That was a.
I got a 20.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Max actually knows what it is. It seems that ship is armed with a light plasma cannon.
Oof.
That's a big one.
That is a big one. But we'll have to continue this starting next week at the top of the engineering round.
No,
Because,
next
uh,
week.
Cool.
You mean the week after?
Yeah, the week after, yeah.
And
So
I
top
am not
engineering
here the
round.
week after.
Oh boy.
The-
It's okay.
Jesus, can we not get 1 week where the entire
Everyone's here? No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone's here.
I'm not here the week after I'm performing. It's been in my calendar for ages.
Sorry.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to wrap up this stream here because me and Roach and NG gotta go crank out a Jade Empire recording.
Well, enjoy that, guys.
Have fun.
I'll see it. Well, thank you for joining us for Starfinder this week. We will see you guys next time. Oh, yeah, you may not see me, but you'll definitely see these guys. Don't forget to subscribe or follow on the Twitches of each of the channels that are streaming this and any of the YouTubers taking place. Go check out some of their content. We've got loads of new Paradox content coming out. NG is doing a pretty cracking Football Manager series. Roach is doing some space fighting in
that's finishing this week.
Yeah, Battlestar. But
so
if you haven't caught any of it, you can go back and watch that. I'm playing Call of Duty like a 12-year-old, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.